Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Well, people, we're back. Oh Lord, y'all, we back for another show. Dank, okay. Woke up looking for the broccoli and the mushroom coffee. What's going on, y'all? We back. So let me pontificate for a minute. Y'all know Valentine's Day coming up. And I make the mistake sometimes of following people I went to high school or just grew up around, right? And you know how you be going through stories sometimes, and the way these niggas hate on women for every little thing they do. I saw a post where a dude was basically like, what's Valentine's Day? What's that? As if you could not surmise that this is when the gals, the girls, women get together on Valentine's Day and treat each other and have a good time. That's what Valentine's Day is. It's not a new thing. And it was so funny because the same person that was acting confused about what the fuck Valentine's Day was is the same person that knows what Friendsgiving is. I'm like, so you know what Friendsgiving is because you and your friends click up right before Thanksgiving. So you know what that is, but you don't know what Valentine's Day is. So the dude responded talking about Valentine's Day is when a whole bunch of ugly bitches get together to, enjoy the fact that they ain't got no man. Like that type, it was that type of comment. And a person that I know that I was, grew up with or whatever was laughing at the shit. And I'm just like, bruh. Yeah. Listen, I know I have views that y'all don't always agree with, and we're gonna get into them agrees, them shit y'all don't agree with. There's gonna be an unpopular opinion video at some point. But I was just like, now that ain't got nothing to do with you. Like Valentine's Day has nothing to do with men. But for some reason, you're like throwing all of this aggression and all of this shade towards women for doing something that doesn't include men. But then when women expect all of this little cute shit on Valentine's Day from men act like women are expecting too much from them. So women then go and do it with the women. Like, okay, y'all don't like Valentine's Day. Y'all feel like that's something y'all don't want to get into. I still like it. Me and my homegirls like it. So we gonna do it. And then you over there mad about it. It's weird as the way men are always trying to push you into a corner with some shit. Like, I don't like that you doing it. Okay, well, you don't have to participate. Well, I'm mad that you still doing it. Like, what's going on? What's going on? But I peeped that shit. And I was just like, that's crazy to me. And the dude was talking about ugly women. And I commented and was like, not from an obese nigga, not from a nigga with titties almost bigger than mine. Like that's that's interesting. And the homeboy was like, it was funny. So it's funny when he calling women ugly, but when I call that nigga fat, then all of a sudden it ain't funny no more, right? Then it's not funny, right? Oh, it's not funny no more. When the women was ugly and rejoicing over not having niggas, it was funny. But when I call a nigga fat, all of a sudden the joke is somewhere else. I was just like, well, all right. I see how y'all get down. Y'all niggas be hating. Y'all niggas be hating. And listen, this may not be everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like my nigga would be hating on no Valentine situation, especially if his situation was already set up. Now, if we ain't have nothing planned for me and him, and I was like, oh, me and Kima going to the guy, he might feel like, well, damn, bitch, what you was going to do with me? Okay? He made a little joke the other day. What you gonna get me for Valentine's Day, babe? I'm like, nigga, what you gonna get me for Valentine's Day? Every day that you show up in this bitch with food and jazz playing, okay? Every time you roll up in this bitch and it's comfortable and you can't wait to get home. Happy Valentine's Day, nigga. I was just playing. I'm gonna get the nigga something, okay? He is surprised, nigga. Valentine's Day. I'm gonna do something for him, okay? Actually, it's our like original anniversary. We're just joking with each other, to be clear. It's our original anniversary. Is when we like became a couple for real, girl, in 2011. Yes, girl. February 2011 is when me and my boo decided to become like legit, and I left everybody else alone. Okay, you know, that was around the time, girl. It's been a long time. It's been a bunch of Valentine's days. Okay. But let's go ahead and get into something. First of all, before we get into the topics, I got a whole bunch of topics. I'm excited about it. I feel like it's gonna be messy. I feel like depending on how many people in the chat, people gonna be upset, you know, or they're gonna be arguing in the chat, and that's always good. That's always good. Okay, let me accidentally low-key rage bait y'all out here. Okay, and my version of rage baiting is just saying some shit I know is gonna upset you, but it's how I really feel versus how I feel like some of y'all like don't really feel how y'all feel, but y'all say shit online because you know it's gonna piss somebody off. Y'all don't do all that. But listen, I want y'all to go ahead and subscribe to my other channel, right? Subscribe to my other channel. I made the mistake this morning of going over there to BondyBlue Bites and just looking at some of the comments. Okay. That's a good idea, love. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that as soon as I get off here. So I made the mistake of seeing some of the comments from the Chloe Burner. And it was this video. Hold up. This the Chloe Burner Boy video. Okay. Y'all, these comments is ignorant as fuck. And it's mostly men. That's something I noticed. I'm like, the comments are full of mostly men telling me that I'm hating and just going in on me on behalf of Burna Boy. And it just came to my mind how often men like to like dick ride for other men. And it's such a weird thing. Like, why are y'all mad at me? Because I'm simply telling Chloe, just be careful. Because Burna Boy is giving like hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was Burna Boy, I would be a hoe. I'm trying to, like, I'm being real. I'm being honest. A lot of y'all be on bullshit. But the comments, the guy is not American, but a Nigerian who knows how to treat his woman, period. Oh, it's a lot of people in the comments that felt like there's some difference between Nigerian men and American men when it comes to how they treat women. And I'm just like, Simon Gwabadia, anybody? Get the fuck out of here. And I know a whole bunch of Nigerian men. And to be honest, they're not much different than American men. They're not. When it comes to how they deal with women, no, they're not much different. Now, they will quickly move into a house with a bitch and start paying half the bills. They will do that. They will do that. But essentially, you know what I'm saying? But essentially, they be just as whorish, just as bummy, just as gaslighty. Like, it just depends on the man, just like in American situations. But to me, there is no difference between an African man and an African American man when it comes to how y'all deal with women. There is no real difference to me, as far as I'm concerned. But these men, when I tell y'all, I was looking for somebody that looked like they could have been a woman in these comments. Going in. Like, hold on, what's this comment? Chloe is just another girl. Don't make her look special to us. It's only Burna Boy that can do that. Every man has his preference. Nigerian men make good lovers and always committed. Don't run Burna Boy with your hate. I feel like they don't even know what they're talking about. I'm literally saying in the video, Chloe, be careful. Don't play yourself, because you that girl too. Don't be looking up to that nigga like he the only important person in the room. Remember who you are in the situation. It was my commentary, okay? And really, it's not for Chloe. I doubt she'll ever see it. It's for the other women out there that be all excitable about these niggas. Calm down. Calm down. Like, let me see. Hold up. What's another one? Why can't y'all just be happy for them? What? I literally said, girl, go ahead and get the dick. Who remembers my original comment on this? Go ahead, girl, enjoy the dick. But just keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you. Don't be out here. Y'all, hold up. Hold up. Don't come around here with no big belly crying, talking about you ain't know what you was supposed to do. Okay? That's a movie quote. Only the real ones might know it. Okay? But either way, it stands in this situation. Burna Boy is the prize, the most eligible bachelor in Africa. Haters can cry. This is men. These are men putting another man's dick on a pedestal. Amazing to me. She's over her talking about don't crash out when celebrities in America can't even keep a 2-week healthy relationship. Girl, bye. But because Americans don't know how to love. This is the commentary on Burna Boy. Now, mind you, all of us, for the most part, have watched the Young Famous African show and watched each and every one of those women be disrespected, disregarded, like a soybean burger bitch by one of those African men, just as it happens here in America. I'm so confused about what they're talking about. Burna Boy should be highly respected and appreciated as well. He ain't got no 4 or 5 kids, baby. All I'm saying is Burna Boy is a famous, medium, ugly nigga who look like he got a big dick. She needs to be careful because men that are famous with that makeup are out here. So don't get all fucked up in the head thinking he's about to be only for you, because he's probably not going to be. So don't be out there crashing out, losing your mind over a man that essentially is going to eventually go back out into the wilderness. The fuck? They all making it American. He's sitting on something, not standing. You sound like you hating. He was absolutely like, no, he was standing. I don't know what you were talking about. It's 2 different videos. One with him sitting and one with him standing. We talked about both of them. But do y'all see how these comments are? Like, another thing, yesterday, I had to delete somebody's comments out of my chat because they was taking up too much space. Like, you're typing in all caps, you putting all of these spaces and shit, you know, because you want your shit to be seen so badly, talking about Bondi, grow up. If you don't want to deal with the raised prices, stay home. I literally said that's what I meant to do, but people was calling me to come out. I literally said that's what I meant to do. I did. I literally said all of that. I said, child, listen, I get it, all of that. Y'all have fun, but now it's time for y'all to go home. It is time for y'all to go home. This shit is over. This shit is over. It was a week. The week is over. Now it's time for y'all to go home. The fuck? Why am I not being grown? Why do I need to grow up? To me, it is amazing how people will watch my commentary and then literally write something in the comments that contradicts how I literally gave you the answer to each and everything you're saying, and you still didn't hear it, formed your own opinion about what I said, and then proceeded to take up a whole bunch of space in my comments. So guess what? I deleted all of the comments because I can do that because it's my channel. So anytime somebody is working on my nerves in these comments, and I'm gonna leave y'all alone on BondyBlue Bites because that need to get with it, you know, that need to get more people. Have y'all subscribed to that? That need to get more people. So I'm gonna let them rock out in the comments because I don't really have to pay attention to the comments over there. That was an accident. I'm more so on this channel in the comments than I am over there. So I'm gonna let them niggas dick ride all they want to in them comments. It's a place for them to come together and, you know, just fantasize about another man's penis together as men, like a prison. So I feel like they should be over there in the comments doing exactly what they're doing. Thank you so much. I'm not finna argue with you. I said what the fuck I said. Okay. Yeah, nah. I normally like to keep that mindset of not deleting comments. That's why I don't even be in my comments like that. But no, if I see something where I feel like you coming at me sideways or I feel slightly played, I'm gonna delete your comment because I can. Just like you can comment and say some stupid shit to me because you can. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's gonna be fair to me. It's gonna be fair to me. Okay. They watch the whole video. They watch to poke holes. They do. And then don't listen to how the holes they tried to poke, I already feel, bitch. You lost it. You missed it. It flew above your head. Yes, the diaspora wars are so lame. To be very clear, I do not see us different like that. I don't. I really don't. And that's somebody that has actually been to Ghana, not somebody that's just talking shit from, never having traveled over there. I've traveled over there. I like it. Y'all got a great vibe going. But please, please don't pedestalize yourselves. Please don't pedestalize yourselves over us. Because to be very clear, the ones that make it over here, they're a elevated version of the status quo over there. Like, just to be clear, most Africans can't afford to come over here. So those that actually get over here, they love to say all of that crazy shit when they know good and goddamn well the culmination of your people is no better than the culmination of our people. Please stop. Please stop. Because if that was the case, y'all wouldn't be over there worshiping white Jesus the way y'all do. If y'all was really so much better than us, y'all wouldn't have the same mentality as we do. And y'all, for the most part, have the same mentality as African Americans do. Y'all, y'all worship whiteness, y'all worship money, y'all lie, y'all cheat, y'all scam, just like Americans do. What's the difference? Oh, you got your tribe to roll with you on it. I guess. I don't know, child. I guess. But to me, it's no shade. Everybody's pretty much the same as far as I'm right. I mean, as far as I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's the same. Y'all just like us. We just like y'all. I don't know why y'all like to think y'all better than us all the time. Oh, there was more footage. Bondi, you was right about Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. I saw the body cam video from the house, and his staff was doing the absolute most. Oh yeah, when I started, it was a white woman. I was like, because a lot of the time, y'all, women have the weirdest attachments to the famous men that they work for. So if you are a woman that idolizes some famous man that she works for, you're probably going to take on whatever emotional baggage he wants you to take on. So yeah, it's not surprising to me that Jeezy's people would give Jeannie a hard time, because they've developed, the triangulation that's taking place even in that relationship. That Jeannie don't know that lady. That lady don't really know Jeannie, but you want to give her a hard time on behalf of the nigga that's telling you will give her a hard time. Like, to me, I don't feel like it's that, it's not even that deep. It's a regular occurrence for men to be petty with women once they are no longer together. And y'all think the fact that he filed for divorce means something. I'm like, no, that was the beginning of the pettiness. Him filing for divorce and then without telling her, that was all intentional to hurt her even more. It wasn't just because he wanted to be done with the relationship. He did it the way he did intentionally to spite her, because he's vengeful and spiteful. Now, I don't know what Jeannie did in order to receive all of this spite. Who knows? We haven't heard. But I damn sure see vengeance and spite all up and through the way he handles her. Give a fuck. You fuck what y'all talking about? This shit happen all over the place. It happens in real life every day, B. So I'm not going to act like, it's so different when it comes to Jeannie and Jeezy. Even if I don't like, the way she is related to the black community all of the time. I don't like the way the black community relate to the black community all the time. Fuck. Shit. I don't know. I don't know. Jeannie is what? What is Jeannie? What Asian ethnicity is she? Okay. Because I can tell you right now, she probably didn't own any African slaves. Okay, not over here anyway. What y'all do in them people country is another conversation, child. We ain't even gonna get to that. But we're gonna be mad at somebody. I'm not about to be that mad about, Vietnamese. Exactly. See, now I can't even be mad at it. Vietnamese. That's that's the kind closest to me. So what you want me to do? Want me mad at Jeannie all the damn time because y'all like Jeezy so much and he a black man and black power and all of that. Yeah, bitch, whatever. So y'all, Super Bowl, let's talk about Super Bowl a little bit, because we got to get into that, because people wanted us to know that they did not like Kendrick Lamar's performance. Like, they really wanted us to know. It was a bunch of people that wanted to get online and let it be known they did not like Kendrick's performance. They were bored. Let's see what the folks had to say. Let's see.
Hip hop savant, pride yourself on that. So, what would you take seeing the halftime show yesterday with Kendrick doing Not Like Us?
It meant nothing to me.
You talked about Drake before as great. This scrum before in the past, so that's what I'm wondering if you have any thoughts on what you.
No thoughts. I ain't really pay attention to it, to be honest. It was a pretty boring day. It was a Super Bowl. The game was a little, the game got out of hand. The Super Bowl halftime show was just, I didn't pay attention to it. It was just I kind of skimmed through the whole thing, to be honest.
You're a basketball savant, but also.
I'm sorry, I just realized I was muted. I got it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Y'all know when I'm muting myself so the sound don't echo, it's hard for me to remember sometimes if I'm clicking back and forth. But that's what Kevin Durant, and his wayward hairline had to say about the situation. And like I said, he's entitled to that. I'm not mad at people that didn't get it. As I said, some of y'all weren't meant to get it. So it's cool. But that's a reflection of the crowd, y'all. As I explained in my commentary yesterday, it was a huge fuck you to most of the people in the room. I told y'all that game was full of rich people because who the fuck can afford $1,000 to $2,000 for a football ticket game? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all were bored, and I feel like if you wasn't into it, that's absolutely fine. But it was the most watched in U.S. history. So I guess it don't really matter if some of y'all was bored or not. Niggas was watching it. At the end of the day, that is the reflection back, okay? It does not matter. It does not matter how everybody felt about it. It was the most watched in U.S. history with 133.5 million viewers. So it really didn't. And to me, honestly, when we talk about the room being full of rich white people that really don't want to hear this statement that this man is making on the field, they paid to be told how their system that they love so much is bullshit. So at the end of the day, the rest of the world was all recording themselves not being able to afford being in the room, and they were screaming mustard. Okay. And people do want to watch it more than once. And some of my faves are the people that really like it. Okay. My husband made me watch it 2 times. Okay. My husband loves that album. Roxanne. Okay. Her review. Even my girl Erica De Niro. Like, people that I know thoroughly enjoyed and really like Kendrick. So I don't understand why everybody has all this hate. It's a lot of hate. It's like, to me, y'all are either responding from the standpoint of you're a Drake fan and you feel like he hurt Drake feelings, so you mad at him, or you was a Wayne fan, y'all feel like he hurt Wayne feelings and now you mad at him. That to me, that's what I feel like is going on for the most part. That's what I feel like was going on for the most part, if I'm gonna be real and honest and true with y'all. And I feel like those feelings are inadequate. I don't care. I really don't care about what the Drake fans and the Wayne fans feel. Drake has been a culture vulture. I have not liked him because I recognized how he used women to get on and then started severely disrespecting women all up and through his songs. Every time he was dating a woman, he was getting on a track to talk shit about her after the fact. And I just kind of felt like that was some bitch made shit. Like, I feel like that's some bitch made shit. There's a way to do things, and he always would do it to me in a way that I feel like was spiteful, vengeful. So yeah, I don't really fuck with Drake, and I haven't for a long time. Does that mean I don't like his music? No, I just don't like him as an individual. That's all. So I wouldn't pay to go see Drake live, but I would listen to the songs if they're songs I like. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And then when it comes to Wayne, y'all can lie to y'all selves as y'all want to, other New Orleans people, because y'all know I love y'all for real, because I'm y'all and y'all are me. But essentially, Wayne could not have run across that field and kept that mic and kept running all of them songs back to back and remembered all of those lyrics, and then the lyrics that he had to change in order for this to be televised. Like, Wayne don't remember the lyrics that we already know, like, without any changing. And that's no shade to him. He has a lot of music and he's been doing this for a lot longer. It's no disrespect. But at the end of the day, I could not see Lil Wayne giving that high energy performance executed to that level. So I don't care about those of y'all that felt like it should have been him. Shut up. It wasn't. Could have been, would have been, should have been, it wasn't. Okay? And yes, as a fellow Gemini, you know, I be feeling Kendrick. Also, as a fellow Gemini, I am ashamed of Trump and Kanye. You know, dualism. Two things can be happening at the same time, people. Okay? But the way Kai Cenat was on that live with the serious face trying to prove to everybody that they added crowd noise, I was just like, really, the only time we heard crowd noise was the times where you said there was actually crowd noise. When he came out, when SZA came out, at the end when he performed Not Like Us, those were the moments that everybody saying A minor. Like, those were the moments, babe. Those were the moments. Okay? Everybody chill out. Okay? So then, y'all heard what Stephen A. Smith said. Stephen A. Smith said him and his forehead would have divorced his wife if he was Serena Williams' husband, Alexis Ohanian, co-owner and founder of Reddit. If Stephen A. Smith and his hairline was this white man, he would have left his wife. Yeah, we have kids. Yeah, we've been together for almost a decade. Yeah, I might have loved you, all of that. But bitch, you getting on stage to crip walk on your disrespectful ex-boyfriend. I can't take that shit. Divorce. And to me, I feel like if that's a reason for you to divorce somebody, you never really wanted to be married to them in the first place. And oh yeah, Stephen A. Smith, you ain't never been married, right? Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe there's a reason for that. Has anybody ever seen Stephen A. Smith with anybody? Has he ever, like, do his relationships get reported to us? I don't think I've ever seen a Stephen A. Smith relationship post anywhere. Which is surprising to me because we've known you for a long time, Stephen A. Smith, and we ain't never seen you out to dinner with nobody. Ain't nobody ever caught no picture of you with no nice looking woman just out about town shopping nowhere. I wonder who he's taking on dates. I wonder. Just questions. Anyway, let's get into what Alexis Ohanian had to say. He stepped up to defend his wife. I don't know who y'all talking to. Some of y'all have no idea how criticized Serena was for this same dance at Wimbledon 13 years ago. And it shows. Loud and wrong, if you will. This is bigger than the music. When Kendrick Lamar and team called, this is Serena, and was like, we've been trying to do something forever. What about this? We loved your crip walk at the Olympics after you won the gold medal. I'm like, Super Bowl? Are you serious? When in the world would I ever be able to dance at a Super Bowl? Never. Let's do it. And this is the thing. That, to me, that portion alone makes me feel like niggas really be jealous and mad more than they actually believe the shit they're telling you. So Stephen A. Smith is telling you that this is so disrespectful and he would have divorced his wife. But if that gave you, like, and you didn't even need it, like, but I'm just saying, like, if this gave you access to the Super Bowl in a way that you didn't have access to the Super Bowl, like, you really would have turned that down, Stephen A. Smith? If you wasn't somebody that is on the news for this, if you were not on ESPN and you were not allowed these privileges as somebody that dick rides, sports the way you do, you mean to tell me if you had a wife and she had an opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl, you would have passed that up because of your ego or something? I don't know. I don't know what that says about one's ego for their wife to perform at the Super Bowl if they like sports. I was just like, that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense, because I feel like most men in that situation would be like, man, you better do that shit and make sure they give me a seat in one of them boxes. I'm really trying to understand, in real life, would that have been the response? Because it doesn't seem that way. In real life, anybody getting an opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl is usually going to say yes. And they're going to be told to say yes by everybody around them, because everybody around them possibly might come along. Like, Stephen A. Smith is so full of shit. Just so full of shit. That hairline, buddy, it is something to be studied. Somebody called the nigga Sherman Hemsley. I almost choked. Wow. And you're in sports. As a Black person in sports, why would you not get that doing this at the football game of all football games, the fucking Super Bowl, which probably gets way, like, I don't know, wait, no, because Wimbledon is international, so they might get more viewership than American football. They might. I'm not even gonna say that, because the world is larger than America, people. But I just kind of feel like niggas be lying. And they be hating. Niggas be hating. Niggas be hating. I feel like niggas be hating. And that's what was happening in that moment. Hate. Speaking of hate, you guys, they put out a documentary for Wendy Williams today on TMZ. Ain't got no T on me. This whole thing, she TMZ. And I want to play a clip of it for y'all, if y'all don't mind, of Wendy Williams' documentary on TMZ. Why it's not showing up? Hold up, y'all. It should have been in my history. But the reason why is because she's finally saying what I felt to be true this entire time. This entire time, I feel like a lot of us, but me personally, have felt like she got herself into this situation because of the men around her. And when I say got herself into the situation, I mean it's happened to her. And I do feel like, in some respects, her wanting a man so bad. Oh, shit. They took it down. They took the video down, y'all. That's wow. Okay. Y'all, they took the fucking video down. Somebody said, let me go watch it before it goes away. They took it down. YouTube a hater. You got to turn on your notifications. If they on, turn them off and turn them back on. But they deleted it, y'all. But Wendy's documentary basically said that her son was spending exorbitant amounts of her fucking money. Her son allegedly was spending exorbitant amounts of her money, taking out huge lumps of cash. And I believe she was insinuating that he gave it to Kevin. Now, the daddy. She did not say that. She said him and other people. But that's what made me think it was Kevin. It was Kevin Hunter. So the son was taking money out and giving it to his father. And that triggered the bank to put the lock on Wendy's funds. And I just kind of feel like we all kind of figured that out. I feel like we all kind of figured that part out, because it just didn't make sense. And also, there have been reports of Kevin, spending too much money and how much he spent on Uber Eats and all of that type of shit. So yeah, it seems as if Mims has a video, at least a clip. Okay. I could have sworn I saw it on Instagram as well. Let me go see if the Jasmine brand, since I'm already on Instagram, posted it. But yeah, I'm not surprised. And I feel like we all knew that. And I feel like we all felt that. We all felt that it had something to do with her son and her son doing that, for his dad, his dad having him in the mix of all of this. But if Wendy would have been on her shit when she still was 100% in control of her life, instead of spiraling because she's depressed about this ain't shit ass man leaving her to be with some ain't shit ass woman. And I get it. I get it. I think that it's so hard to watch somebody take your shit and move on like Maya and go get with another person after they done spent your money on the girl, and they just get to move on, and now you're lonely and by yourself, and you're older now. So even though you still a beautiful woman, you may not be in the same shape you were when you got this nigga. You know what I mean? And then your health is not what it used to be. So I imagine that she went into a spiral of depression. And that is what allowed a lot of this to happen. And I wish that she would not have lost her shit over this man. And I know that's so hard to say, because when we're in these situations, it is so hard. But you're not ever supposed to let your fucking bread fall to the wayside over no man. And I feel like that's what Wendy did. Wendy let her life fall to the wayside over a man. And then, because her son is always probably going to be loyal to his father more so than her, because sometimes that's how men work. Not all the time, but a lot of times men will be more empathetic and compassionate to other men than they would be to a woman, even if that woman is their mother. Because his father was around, so it's not like he got a deadbeat dad or something like that. But it is crazy to me that apparently what it seems is that her son was taking money out of her account, also overspending, but taking large sums of money out of her account and giving it to her ex-husband, who was trying to take care of himself and his new baby mama, who he had been cheating on Wendy with, who he had gotten pregnant and left Wendy for. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I wonder what types of conversations Wendy has had to have with her son. But let me read what it says on the Jasmine brand. Wendy describes her life in a New York City assisted living facility as isolating, and she's been confined to a room on the 5th floor. According to the documentary, she can only leave with permission from staff and has been outside twice in the past 30 days, both times for dentist appointments. Visitors are almost completely restricted, and she has no internet access. While filming the documentary, Harvey Levin and others spent hours on the phone with Wendy, and they say she's lucid, engaging, and fully herself again. Wendy has been under court order guardianship since May 2022 due to reported health issues, while her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, has called her cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated. Wendy's family and friends have challenged these claims and hired legal counsel to fight the guardianship. Her niece is the one that was speaking with Harvey in the documentary and just talking about Wendy and how the alcohol really made things worse. And when she's sober, she knows what's going on, and how the judge used her saying, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I say like all the time. Like I think everybody who orates a lot, who speaks a lot, what happens is that your mind and your mouth are sometimes not on the same speed. So you have to then give yourself a moment to recollect where you were verbally and where you are mentally. So there's always a word that you use in between to give yourself, time to connect. I say like all the time. She says, you know what I mean? It does not mean that someone is cognitively impaired. That's stupid. So yeah, it seems as if they took that documentary down. I don't know when it will be put up again, but I watched it, I think, on 1.5. Okay, I watched that shit on 1.5 and got through most of it. In about 15 minutes in, she talked about how her son was overspending and taking huge sums of money out of her account, and that's what triggered this ordeal in the first place. Not only, to me, I think as a woman, you have got to keep your wits about you, because apparently you can't trust your son and you can't trust your ex-husband, because both of them, I think, are the reason for why she's low-key in this situation. And yeah, she has responsibility herself, the alcohol, the allowing her emotions to take hold and just kind of drift into this Grey Gardens depressive, state. That is her responsibility. But yeah, life will come at you fast. Like, I feel really bad for Wendy in this situation. Can't even trust your own fucking son. It's wow. Anyway, y'all, let's hope that all of this, attention, all of this media scrutiny that's happening with her, that eventually it helps. It helps free her. Okay. Girl in a toxic situation, gotta free her. All right, y'all, like the video. Okay. Just Move supplements, y'all. I had to get my mushroom coffee today, girl. All right. It's good for your stomach. It's good for your mental. Shout out to the mushroom coffee from Just Move supplements. The link is down below in the description box. If you would like to purchase, if you would like to try, there is a black box that has a sample of everything. So y'all should go ahead down to Just Move supplements and check it out. Okay. Shout out to my girl, Kiara LaShae. She is the reason why I am currently this fine. Okay. Shout out to her. So I'm waiting on Bam to get back to me. And my Love and Hip Hop people, my members, we're definitely going to get into that. I'm gonna try to do that Friday. Early in the day. I'm gonna come to y'all and get over that, because Saturday, girl, I have a ball to go to. I cannot wait. Okay, so if any of my New Orleans people gonna be at the Mad Hatter Ball, okay, be looking for me, say hey or whatever. I ain't even picked out what dress I'm gonna wear. I gotta go find some glittery tennis shoes, because I don't want to wear heels. Is it just me, y'all? Like, I want to find some cute, like, glittery tennis shoes to wear with my gown. I don't want to wear heels. It's too much walking. It's too much walking. Like, heels be cute and all of that. Like, they look good, but to be like honest, girl, the arches in my feet don't want to play these games with y'all. Okay. But I'm waiting on Bam to get back to me, so that we can get into, some things. And this is one of the things we're gonna have a conversation about. Bambi, Addie, girl, answer my DM.
Girl set 3 of my grandkids on Scrappy's front porch 1 month after the divorce filing. I'm finna tell y'all. So after this, you come for me about Bambi, it's you that need to be gotten. Set them on the porch. Now Scrappy, mind you, he knew they were coming and being dropped off. This heifer had my grandkids with pajamas on, no shoes. 38 degrees weather. We got on camera. So if she debate me and she come on, she see this live, we got on camera. We got her, right? So you run the doorbell, bing, and you got in your car and you left. That type of mama this bitch is. So I've been not telling y'all everything all these years.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm back. Girl, you've been coming up here every week since them people divorced, talking shit to us about Bambi, calling her a bad mother. And we all continue to remind you that Scrappy said he grew up in a whorehouse. Scrappy said people was fucking in his bedroom. He didn't even have a safe space to lay his head. And we all know a lot of Scrappy's issues that have caused problems in all of his relationships come from your lack of parenting, Deborah. So it is so annoying to me when she gets up here and does this, Bambi's a bad mama shit. Girl, what difference does it make if she stood there with her kids or when it got in a car? You could see them at the door, right? You know I was coming drop them off, right? Thot, thot, thot. Come get these fucking kids. I'm about to go get back in the car. They all right. The way she explaining it, no shoes on. It was like, okay, like, did the baby have on like a footy? When you say no shoes on, oh, it's like 38-degree weather. Bambi had her child out here with no socks, no shoes on, walking on icy ground. You think that's what happened? I don't think that's what happened. I don't think I've seen how Bam is with the children, and I could be wrong because hoes be lying. I saw a video today about how a woman actually went to go pick up her kids, and it was on the Ring doorbell camera, and she was just kicking shit and all of that. Okay, and she is friends with Erica Mena. So, sometimes it's like birds of a feather flock together. So, Mama D, you could be right about some things, but I also feel like it should never be coming from you, because regardless to what you say, Bambi is providing a much safer home life for her children than you ever provided for yours. The hypocrisy. You see where we are with this? Do you see where we are with this? Like, I need for it to make sense.
So, bitch, since you gonna come forward, let me tell the world really what happened. Okay? So y'all need to stop trying to be down for a bitch that ain't down for you. I'm a mother and grandmother. I'm speaking to y'all as a mother and grandmother. She left 3 of my grandkids and rung his doorbell. He in the shower. He don't hear the doorbell. Mind you, they have no shoes, pajamas on, and they pull-ups with sore.
In the cold.
With poop. Yeah. Yeah. And we got cameras.
You got cameras? So now you're making it seem like she's not cleaning her children. She just pulled up. And I'm like, so are we going to play the video then, Mama D? Put the video out. I want to see the video so I can look at it for myself. Because I don't believe your chain of events.
Scrappy had cameras. We got the footage. I know. We got the footage. So when she debate me on this and she come back, Mama D lying. Fuck that bitch. Tell me. I ain't finna show the world. She gonna get got. Because you gotta admit, after all the stuff we've been going through, I've never said what I'm saying to y'all before. Because I've been hiding stuff, trying to save this bitch.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Who are you talking to? And she's not all right. She's not okay. Mama D is not well. To me, this is like the perfect example of how women grow older, but they don't get wisdom as they grow older. They just grow older.
Bitch, you're open. Bitch, save your money, ho. Because when I get through with you, you have to pay the feds to release you.
Okay, post it. I'll be looking for it. Matter of fact, let me go see if Insight ever posted it anywhere. Let's see, because that was last night. So yeah, I don't see no footage of them posting it. But look, they finally put the Wendy. They finally put the Wendy thing up here about what was said, but we already talked about it, so we ain't gotta. They ain't saying nothing new. This is what the Breakfast Club discussing it, talking about Lil Kevin is a horrible person, like his daddy is. Like that. That's what makes sense in this situation, girl. Birds of a feather. I'm just saying, y'all. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Okay, let's move on from there. So we went to Mama D. We saw Mama D was up there acting crazy. Bam, hit me up. I want to know what you got to say about this. Alexis Skyy. So I wanted to talk about Alexis Skyy because it was just another I was right moment. That's all. Y'all know I'm petty. I told y'all that these girls go from one extreme to the next when it comes to religion. About a man. It's always about a man. It's always to procure, find some man to come and take care of you. Like that's always the mentality. No matter how you slice it. Okay. And so Alexis Skyy just came up here and was honest with us about that.
What can you repeat that?
Yeah. How heavy has it
and
been?
Her being girl, not Jamal Bryant. It's crazy to me. Like when you think about how the church reacts to promiscuity and what is put on people about their sex and feeling shame and feeling guilt. But then, what is this? Like a whore interviewing Alexis Skyy? But because he a pastor He could sit there and act like he's figured something out in life that she hasn't. I don't know. Maybe he's not up there being that, that ignorant about it. But let's see.
For people trying to critique, is this real? Is this for show?
It was never fake. My encounter with God was real.
Yeah.
I was just really just in a space where I was dating somebody, and I'm not going to say any names, and I'm thankful for this person because it was never that I never believed in God. I just wasn't really close to him. And it was somebody that was in my life that had an influence. And, I was so focused on being a wife and being loved on and being wanted that I was just like, okay, well, I have to change who I am in order for this person to accept me.
Yeah.
And I was more so focused on that versus my walk with God. I was doing it more for what that person wanted, you know? So I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I change my image on Instagram or I change how I am, then I'll be his wife or I'll do this. So it was more so like, okay, Alexis, are you ready for this? But I really wasn't ready, you know? And it's not.
And I need for everybody to understand this at some point. Hear me good. Cause y'all think I be up here capping or something. I don't know. A relationship with God is a relationship with yourself. Y'all don't want to deal with that. So that y'all gonna always be searching externally for a relationship with God. A relationship with God is a relationship with yourself, which means that a relationship with God should not put you in a position to dishonor yourself and your needs and what you want for somebody else's walk. It should, if it was really about God, it should have never been about that.
Not saying that I wasn't ready to walk with God. It's just I wasn't doing it the right way. I was more so doing it for somebody else. And so it just happened overnight. So next thing you know, I'm on the internet telling the world, like, I stopped doing this, I stopped doing that, I stopped doing that. But this is who Alexis really was, and I was changing myself for somebody else and not for me. And that person had a major impact. And I don't regret it because that was what was supposed to happen. But just coming from, I used to dance. I've been in trafficking and just the lifestyle that I've came from. That's all I know. So people can't fault me for being on the internet, showing this or doing this or having an OnlyFans or doing that because that's all I was taught. I never went to college. I don't know what it's like to have a degree. So my life is make fast money. So that's all I know how to go back to. And even during my journey, it was almost like, okay, I'm here. I started thinking of other ways I can make money in the right way. So I came out with a journal and they were saying I'm profiting from God. And I'm like, this doesn't make no sense. How am I profiting from God when I just gave up thousands of dollars that I was making per month, hundreds of thousands, to literally surrender to him? And, as each day got on, I'm like, okay, whether I was doing this for this man, I actually was like getting closer and closer. So even though I was doing it for him, I was getting closer to God, and everything was starting to like make sense to me. I started understanding like, this is who I'm supposed to be. I have a calling on my life to help women like me. Help women that come from battered situations or that are in a nightlife that think that they're not worthy enough to be this. This is what God wants me to be, a vessel to these women. But it's not helping when I have 5.6 million followers attacking me. Everything I do, it's like, oh, this is not godly enough, or you're not a Christian. So I'm like, okay, this is like not making no sense. I might as well go back to doing what I was doing because do y'all like me doing this or not? So at this point, it just became a confusion. Like nothing was good enough for the internet. Nothing was good enough for him. He ended up leaving me in the midst of me changing. And I'm like
nothing was ever good enough for the public. Nothing was ever good enough for him. And that's why I say you have to put yourself first. That's why I say that. Not so you can just not give a fuck about the people around you, show no care for the people that you're supposed to love. No, but because most of the time, even when y'all feel like women are out here being so selfish with the way they live their lives, they're still not living their lives for themselves. first of all, they're too distracted with everybody else, and even in order to know who they are. You don't know who you are because you don't have the time to figure it the fuck out. There is always somebody coming to tell you who you should be. So you don't have time to figure out who you are. And if it's not being impressed upon you at an early age to try to live outside of what other people want from you, you are not going to easily be able to do that as a young woman. You're just not. And we're being fucking real, because everything is always, even when it's supposed to be godlike, it's attached to some man. It's attached to something that is not for the actual betterment of the woman, which is why you delve into Christianity and find a community of people that want to tell you you're not godly enough. And that's why y'all will always hear me say, at the end of the day, there is no such thing, because the people who y'all think are godly are really not. You just don't know. You can't assume shit. That's my point. So yes, rejoice in good things when y'all like all of that, but always keep in mind that you don't really know people. Chill the fuck out. And she did have somebody jump through this time. So that's another thing. How are we supposed to believe that you're actually out here doing it from a good space? Really, I feel like that is what you're supposed to be doing. A woman that has gone through as much as Alexis Skyy, as far as trafficking and being abused and all of that type, being passed, all of that shit, she should absolutely be somebody that is in those spaces to help the women that need help, to pull them out of that when they need it. That's what that's for. That's why women, y'all always, go in on these girls for the lives that they live that you feel like are, beneath you or degenerate or whatever. But a lot of times women have to go through those things so that they can help other young women, so that they can pull them up, because you don't know what's going on unless somebody is there to help you. So I do feel like there's some truth to what she's saying, but on the other end of the spectrum, like my commenter said, you having people jumped and shit. You over there trying to beat up some dude. A part of y'all is going to have to understand the value of walking away to protect yourself. Not because, I'm scared, because everybody loves to act like when people walk away from confrontation, they scary. No, sometimes I'm just smarter. Sometimes I'm just smarter. And I know that whether I win or lose this fight, I'm going to lose on the back end because I might get arrested. You might be a person that act like they want to fight, but then as soon as you get your ass whipped, now you want to press charges. There are so many reasons why there are some things you got to just throw your hands up and let people have it and walk away, because your peace matters more than anything. And you have got to trust that people going to get what's coming to them, because everybody is living in a hell of their own creating. Please understand that. They're not creating hell just for you. They're creating it for themselves too. That's why it don't matter how much pump faking people do online. At the end of the day, what their experience is here is what it is, no matter what, no matter how they try to lie about it. Who they are is who they are. That's why it don't make sense to lie about it. But it sounds like to me, Alexis Skyy was not really valuing herself even in that process, because what's real to you? What's real to you may not be this extreme version of religion. That may not be what's good for you if you somebody that was already over here doing all of this. You need to find a balance for yourself, and that should come from you. Not from nobody else, not from a man, not from a religion, not from a whole bunch of people in no fucking comments. You got to figure out what worked for you. And the same mentality you had when people was calling you a hoe, you got to adopt that mentality in your walk of spirituality. Because people going to run their fucking mouth, okay? Speaking of people running their mouth, Amanda Seales, let's talk. She's once again talking about Issa Rae. Once again. We talking about Issa Rae. Let's hear what she had to say.
Waiting to shoot. And we were chit-chatting. Everybody together as a group was all chit-chatting. And we started talking about this new show. A new show had come out. Okay? And as we started talking about the new show that come out, Issa started reading a review of the show out loud to the group. Okay? She's reading the show out loud to the group. So we're all sitting there listening, and we're all commenting and involved in the commentary and in the conversation. Everybody as a group is talking. And when I say everybody, I mean the cast members. We're all chit-chatting about it, okay? Together, all of us together. And she fell off from the conversation because she was reading the rest of the article to herself. So then I guess when she was done reading, she said, oh, yeah, it ends with da 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 da. And I asked, oh, well, did they mention da 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 da? And she said, why don't you just read it yourself? And that was the last day. Because I had taken so much stankness and weirdness for the past 5 seasons, and it was the last season, and I just said, you know what? I don't gotta take this no more. I don't know who the fuck you talking to. I don't know why you're even addressing me this way. We're in a whole group of people together. We're all discussing this. I'm actually showing interest. And so that was the last day. And I have never spoken to her again. Because I'm always going to show you respect unless you play me, which I have one time got out of my face because I felt played. And then she then tried to act like she was going to fight me when we was on stage doing a read about a movie. And I was like, stop, because we're not about to fight. And then we were able to have a civil conversation after that. I listen, she got in her feelings. Fine. But sunning me in front of everybody is unacceptable for a number of reasons. One, I am your employee. I'm your employee. That's number one. You're sunning me for what? Like, it's not that I did anything wrong. It's not like you're correcting me in the work. 2, I am your peer, colleague. And 3, I'm your elder. Boom, boom, boom. So that was the last day. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to keep putting up with this behavior. I'm not going to keep interacting with this. I'm not going to keep kowtowing. I'm not going to keep being the bigger person who comes and tries to soothe and smooth because you're the boss. I'm not going to do it. So that was the last day. So for anyone who's ever wanted to know, you just got a random tea. That was the last day. There we go.
Okay. So let me run this for y'all right quick because I know people were confused. All right. It's not that deep, y'all. Amanda was in her live. Y'all know Amanda does Patreon lives, YouTube lives. She's a content creator. And she was talking about the last time she was on the Insecure set. And it was like, okay, I can't deal with this shit no more. Issa coming at me sideways. Issa was reading an article. Everybody was having like conversation as she was reading. To me, it sounded like Issa was mad because as she was reading the article, the other people that were there were not listening to her read the entire time because she was reading out loud. And then when Amanda went and asked her something about the article, she makes a snipey, read it yourself. Like, girl, what the fuck? Like, what's the problem? And so then Amanda goes into what's the problem? Okay. I know everybody loves to make Amanda the bad guy in every scenario that she screams about, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I feel like Issa probably do have an attitude with her sometimes. It seems to me that throughout the whole ordeal of Amanda Seales versus Issa Rae, that Issa Rae had been having an issue with Amanda and not necessarily expressing that she had an issue with Amanda and being passive aggressive about it. And I feel like Amanda has a lack of awareness sometimes, right? I feel like we all can say Amanda has a lack of self-awareness sometimes with the way that she, communicates with other people. So to me, I feel like this is one of them times where Amanda has a lack of self-awareness and Issa Rae is being passive aggressive because Issa is one of those people that probably doesn't like confrontation that much and waits until she's at a boiling point to just throw some little slick shit out there over nothing. And now we're having an argument. Y'all, elder just means somebody is older than you. That's all that means. And I also feel like if we were really being real, Amanda is her elder in the entertainment industry. Meaning that when Issa was still doing just YouTube, Amanda was somebody that was already in the mix, already on MTV, already, having been in movies. Like, that's why I think Amanda is coming from with this situation. Like, girl, I've been doing this way longer than you. Why are you sunning me? Okay. So yeah, I just kind of personally feel like this is a time when we could say two things are happening at the same time. And I also feel like Issa has something to do with why she wasn't invited to that party and then tried to act like she didn't have nothing to do with that shit and it was all the publicist. It's given it might have always been an issue that Issa had with Amanda, but not saying that she had an issue with Amanda, but then it's showing up in all of these other ways. Like, especially after the way she responded the one time that she said something about Amanda, it is giving, I'm above you. I'm only going to mention this one time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you were above me, but at some point we were right here about the fight. So don't act like you're above the drama because you weren't above it when we got into it. Okay? You weren't above it when you was being nasty to me. So don't act like you're above it now that I'm speaking out about it and telling people the truth about how you're not just a nice, sweet, awkward black girl. You can really be a passive aggressive bitch sometimes. And I feel like that's okay. I feel like that's okay. And yes, another thing, I am your employee. So why are you handling me any old type of way? The entertainment industry creates a very relaxed environment when it comes to, hierarchy and all of that. But essentially, why are you handling her like that if you have an issue with her and she's your employee? I don't know about y'all, but it always worked on my nerves when I worked with people that I know didn't really like me, so they felt like they can do little like no. I know you think that you're my superior in this job, but as a person, we are two individuals that are on equal standing in front of the law. As far as I'm concerned, you're a person, I'm a person, I'm an adult, you're an adult. Don't talk to me like that. Because I don't care about the positioning of this job. As a human, this is bothering me, so I'm going to get your ass together if I have to. Don't play with me. People had a problem with me on jobs because I did not receive them as being a, in some type, them being, an elder of some sort to me. You know what I mean? Like in a job form, they think they're over you, and the disrespect comes, and it's like you just supposed to deal with it because of this positioning. And no, why do I have to deal with you disrespecting me? And you're already above me in this situation. It gives punching down at some point. She was her employee on Insecure. Insecure was Issa's show. All of the actors, the production. If Issa is the creator of the show, everybody that's on the show is an employee of hers. Even though she's acting in it, it was still her show. So yeah. Oh yeah, listen, don't forget, vote for me for Boss Babe. Bondi, your picture for Boss Babe nominee award is gorgeous. My vote is in. Good luck. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, yeah, y'all. Don't forget to vote for me. Hold up. Let me put the link in the because I keep forgetting to put it in the bio. Hold up, so I can put it there. But yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm going to M-Line Ball. I do feel like because people don't like Issa, they don't listen to the words that she says. They just, she yelling, she complaining about something, so you don't want to hear her out. But the truth of the matter is, like, y'all like mess. Stop acting like you don't like mess. This is mess. Okay? Yeah, you can only vote from one device at a time. But if you have multiple devices, you can vote from them all. Okay? You can vote from them all. But y'all make sure y'all vote for me. Okay? Vote for me. Come on, vote for me. Brown Skin, thank you for the super chat. I'm going to a Valentine's Day with 11 other ladies, and we are all married or coupled up, and we all fine. He's an idiot. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just the way them people in the comments on that Burna Boy post suppose like, I think one of them comments was, and what about your relationship? I'm like, man, listen. We're about to be married for 8 years on March 5th, and we've been together since 2011. So you tell me, nigga, I don't know. We still like each other most days. Most days. We be in this bitch like, yeah, what's up, Ron? Glad you home. Okay. If you already voted, then that's probably why it's doing that. Like, I don't know why, but you know, I'm gonna have to tell them, y'all need to stop with this. Okay. People trying to vote. It's hard. Also, you can use a VPN from the same device and vote. Shout out to Talia. Hey, Talia. Girl, when I tell you I can't wait to see you, y'all know we going to Bali, right? Y'all know we going to Bali. Did y'all know that? Oh, yes, girl. Reset by Design Wellness is going to Bali in July. Y'all need to sign up so that y'all will know when our next trip is, so that y'all can, you know, become a part of the clique and get these luxury vibes popping. Okay, this one is about to be our third trip. The pictures y'all are seeing, that's from the bottom one, that was from Ghana, and the one at the top right there, that was from Thailand. Girl, when I tell you we had a ball, I miss my girls. Anyway, man, I hope Amanda will come on another trip. First Amanda, not second Amanda, because I know second Amanda is going to be on this trip. Anyway, love y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the remainder of the news, girl. So that was whatever the fuck we were talking about. I forgot. But I know what I wanted to talk about next, and that is the Erica Mena of it all. We were talking about Amanda. But yeah, I want y'all to just listen to Amanda sometimes and not always be so negative towards her. I know she is a lot for a lot of people, and if she's not on your if she's not on your frequency, I totally understand it. But I feel like she's not somebody that the shit she say is just always bullshit. So like, you know, like if you want to hear her out, just hear her out. You know what I'm saying? In this case, if she was a dark-skinned sister, her outspoken nature would be called strong. I mean, people still don't like her, regardless to how, you know what I mean? Like, and I get what you're saying. I agree with you. But I also feel like in Amanda's case, it don't even fucking matter. Like, it doesn't, her light skin, I don't think actually saves her from people hating her for screaming into her cell phone about shit. So let's get into Erica Mena, you know, as we are speaking about colorism.
Erica,
what's up?
Congratulations on your new reality show on Zeus Network, Two Ways.
I'm so excited.
When you were booted off Love and Hip Hop in 2023, did you ever think a little over 1 year you would be starting your own reality show?
You know what's crazy? This was already going to happen. Me and Lemmy had already mapped this out right after my divorce. I was just contractually bound to Love and Hip Hop.
And it's so different from filming Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
The filming experience with Zeus and VH1 is completely different.
What's the difference?
It's not staged
at all.
Like the way they did me, and then now what they're doing now, they're allowing, you know, other casts to say whatever they want. That's, you know, worse than what I said. The way they just out of nowhere wanted to like now label me, or, you know, what they wanted to label me because someone went low and I decided to go to hell. Based off of my kid, that is, you know,
girl.
Oh, it sucks. But,
Erica.
But there's a lot of politics in that.
Right.
You know, networks, you know, they dive in, they get what they get with the drama, and then they disregard you when they're done with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Didn't I tell y'all, you know, the Carlos thing is you know, that's how people are treated in reality TV?
To save face, which is my case. Forgetting that I held this franchise up for this long.
Yeah, speaking of that, like, what do you think about Flo from Love and Hip Hop getting canceled for calling Amada La Negra black?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Humans can't cancel anyone. Like, humans don't have that power to cancel anybody. That's just
I beg to differ, bitch. I beg to differ. Listen, no, whatever is for you is for you. But at the end of the day, when we talking about canceling Christmas song motherfuckers, you can absolutely cancel Christmas song motherfuckers, okay?
So dumb. Because it's like, look where I'm, like, you can't stop what God has for anybody.
So
girl, not you putting God in it so you could be on a fake ass reality show on Zeus Network with a whole bunch of motley crew looking motherfuckers fighting for your affections. Girl, go to hell.
Do you think Flo should be fired from Love and Hip Hop for her quote colorist comments?
I saw a little bit of it, but I also feel like the other girl like antagonized that situation, and she plays victim a lot too. So I feel like, you know,
oh girl, Like, we supposed to trust your assessment of this colorism situation when we know you're a colorist, so obviously your perception is skewed, on top of the fact that you forever mad at Amara Negro because she hopped on Safari's dick. Because we know you feel like that's your dick because that's your baby daddy, and anytime he out here fucking with somebody, you on the internet in your fucking feelings. You got a whole reality show. Girl, Selena Powell was on that reality show. I said, bitch, you was about to fucking be with Selena Powell talking about it's real. Is it? The Ninja Turtle nigga from the Pop the Balloon clips. It's real. Word. Okay.
At the end of the day, it's like when you're put into these situations and someone goes for the jugular, there's no rules, you know, but there's a lot of politics in that,
Right.
You know, and antagonize someone and then, you know, play victim.
Are you glad though that chapter ended and now you're over
Oh
here
my
on
God,
this network?
I'm
Or do you?
so grateful. I've been on TV for so long and people had to see me like be the villain and deal, you know, and bark at this.
You're still the villain.
And call me crazy because I am. But like the crazy that I really am, like all that you've got to see is the crazy of you cross me or you violate me. Crazy.
Yeah, we got to see.
But
this
now
crazy stepmom.
it's like the crazy of like why people who know me love me. But it's okay. Don't forget, you guys, every Sunday, even if you hate me right now, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna love it. And I promise the whole narrative, or let's just say like
did somebody put it in the Discord? If somebody put it in a Discord, I might see what the episode with Bam look like. That might be the reason why I watch it. Okay, so y'all remember this whole thing. Love and Hip Hop Miami Flow issues an apology for her colorist comments. Girl, she's Haitian.
You're gonna have
she's Haitian. She's colorist. Erica is Puerto Rican colorist. And that's not to say like just because you're those things that means you're colorist, but to me, I feel like just like the Black community, the Latin community has a lot of colorism and racism involved. Like historically, this is what it is. So no, it's never surprising to me when island people have these same old school colorist, you know, mentalities. You don't want to mix with somebody dark, nappy-headed kids, all of that shit. Like people be, you know, because I know somebody gonna be in my fucking comments acting like my assessment is completely off and all of that. And it's like, yeah, not really. Exactly. Exactly. Selling fucking bleaching cream. Like y'all have allowed for all of that internalized hate and racism that were, you know, was put on you during slavery. The island people, once the white people left the island, the white people's mentality stayed. And so I believe that a lot of people that live on the islands continue the same fucked up narratives that were given to them by slave owners, which is why they feel this way. You know, yes. As a Jamaican American, I can't even get a certain skin regimen product from the Caribbean. It'll make me pink and funky. And nobody wants to look pink and funky. Light-skinned Haitians are classist. I'm sure they are. That's why Flo thinks so well of herself, even though you have no reason to feel so well about yourself over skin color when you still out here using your coochie like a dish rag. Oh, girl. Speaking of using a coochie like a dish rag, girls, Dwight Howard and Amy are really trying to sell that their relationship is not toxic.
You're gonna get David.
Girl, not the LA Lakers robe that you stole from him. Oh, so they brushing their teeth with the same toothbrush.
Oh. Oh.
Ain't nothing worse than a toothpaste stain. They don't go off easily. You'll be wiping them holes with water and then they'll still leave a cast. I hate it. I'm sorry, y'all. I need y'all to give me I'm gonna play it again. Give me a second. I'm gonna turn the volume off though, because I don't need to hear it. I want them to play it again. Hold up. Hold up. I'm not gonna do that because that don't mean nothing. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to be like that. I'm not gonna do that. Because in my mind, I was just like, No, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. So in my mind, you are sharing a toothbrush with Dwight Howard and also Miss Kitty. Listen, as long as you okay with it, bitch, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you, girl. As long as you're okay with sharing a toothbrush with Miss Kitty, then it's perfectly fine. But I just want you to understand, when you rinse that toothbrush off with a little bit of water and then put it in your fucking mouth, yeah, the bacteria wasn't killing it. You like that the bacteria was still there. That's nasty as fuck. That's nasty as fuck. And I feel like Dwight always fuck with Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty is an old faithful. Miss Kitty gonna always be there by the phone waiting on Dwight to call. Okay? And I feel sorry for Miss Kitty for that. But I feel like based on what we knew, Dwight fuck with Miss Kitty all the time. Or was. I feel like Miss Kitty is an old faithful, bitch. So he may stop fucking with Miss Kitty for a month or two, but he gonna be back fucking with Miss Kitty. And Miss Kitty gives when he not around and he not sending money, I might have to sell a little Bucci to make ends meet. Because y'all treat the trans people bad. And y'all don't want to give them regular jobs sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Depends on where you live. Y'all discriminate against trans girls. So sometimes they have to be down to the boulevard selling Bucci. That's the world y'all put them in. Y'all don't want them to work in y'all stores, but y'all will pay them for Bucci. So as long as she's fine with sharing a toothbrush with Dwight, Miss Kitty, and the people that Miss Kitty done been with, then I'ma just go ahead and say, girl, that must be love. It must be love. It must be love. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, niggas are really nasty. Niggas are nasty like this because I can recall, because me and my husband will brush our teeth at different times. I remember one time I said, why is my toothbrush wet? He had used my toothbrush and didn't say nothing to me. So now every time I brush my teeth, I make sure it's dry first. Niggas is nasty. Okay? Niggas is nasty. I don't want to share a toothbrush with you. I love you down. I'll give you an organ. Okay? I don't know if it would fit, but I would give this nigga, I'd give him a kidney. But I will not share my toothbrush. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. And honestly, I wouldn't even really want to give you my kidney. I drink too much for that. I need you to find somebody else's kidney. But if you're going to die, I'm going to go ahead and pull back the drinking and give you the kidney because I care more about you than I do about my alcoholism. But yeah, nah. What's going on, y'all? I feel like they're trying real hard to make us feel like this relationship is legit and to like cleanse his image for us. They're married, so they're not living in sin. Everybody got money, so she's no longer paying for everything or living in squalor. It look good on the outside, y'all. They got good cheekbones. Okay, they both tall. It looks good on the outside. It does. But y'all, I feel like Dwight is who he is and Amy is who she is. And Amy is thirsty and Dwight is a disrespectful deviant that I believe finds other ways to abuse people so he can get away with it. Like financial, mental, and emotional abuse versus the physical that people can see the marks. You don't want that. I also feel like any man that has more than one person on the internet saying that they didn't push their dick in their face all unnecessarily. Yeah. Yeah, nah. Oh, y'all already know she trying to get pregnant. She trying to get pregnant. And I just kind of feel like, girl, go ahead. Go ahead, girl. Get pregnant. Get pregnant. Get pregnant. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Girl. Imagine me being Phaedra, mad about this shit. Ooh. Now, why y'all said that in them comments talking about Amy being a good power type? No, I could absolutely see her wearing that ass out. Okay, wearing that ass out with a good deal, though. What? Got a night. She look good in a strap on. Tearing it down. Child. 3 different sizes you could choose from. Which one you want to handle? What you on tonight? You want the iridescent one? You want the black one? Y'all, I'm not judging. At the end of the day, if you like to get your, your rectum tickled, then baby, do your thing. I'm not mad about it at all. But I definitely can surmise that's what's going down to their bedroom. But again, so what? So what? Everybody need to mind their business. Yeah, that's terrible. Anyway, let's get into just a visual of that. I'm sorry. Apollo Nida accused of adultery and abuse as wife Shireen Copes files for divorce. Well. You wanted him. Why are you filing for divorce? You wanted him so bad. She wanted him so bad, y'all. Do y'all remember? I am, but I'm not that freaky. I'm not that freaky. I'm sorry. Like, that's not attractive to me. I'm sorry. I know people think that I'm just, y'all think because I'm a nigga in my spirit and all of that. Y'all think that no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still very old school when it comes to certain things. Men fit in a certain box. Women fit in a certain box. And the box that I don't want to see a man I'm fucking in is bent over anything. Okay? You can be bent over me. But that's it. And that's just me. That's just me. That may not be a thing for other people. I just don't want, that's not something that's going to turn me on, is what I'm saying. If we in a blend, that's not something, the line has to be drawn somewhere. Okay? At the end of the day, I don't want anything in my ass. So, you know what I mean? It's not my type of hype. I know that's old school. Child, I am aware. Not my type of hype. I know y'all think so much of me. I know y'all like to put me in all types of boxes. But nah. Okay? When it comes to certain things, Bondi is a pillow princess. Okay? What do you mean? There are only 2 real positions in this household. Okay? Back, stomach. That's it. I'm either on my back, I'm on my stomach. That's it. There's no in between. Okay? It's a great time had by all. All right, y'all. Like the video. Let's get into Apollo Nida. So, according to court documents obtained by In Touch, Shireen alleges that Apollo committed adultery and subjected her to emotional and physical abuse. Apollo has committed adultery multiple times through our relationship. Y'all remember when he went to that girl apartment with his dildo in his book bag, bitch? Yo, I'm still laughing at that. There was ring camera video of Apollo going to some girl house with a book bag. And like, whenever I see somebody go and spend a night by somebody's house with a book bag, I think about how the studs, they travel with their book bag. Anytime they going somewhere, bitch got a book bag. I was out with my homegirl. I said, bitch, not a book bag. She said, my laptop in here. I was like, oh, okay. Listen, I had to make sure. Apollo has committed adultery multiple times throughout our relationship. Apollo refused to seek professional help, and with his mental health issues, refused to seek professional help with his mental health issues, and instead he emotionally and physically abused me and brought great emotional abuse to his stepdaughter. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, first of all, you brought great emotional abuse to his stepdaughter when you was moving your daughter to another place so that you could run behind him in jail. You started it, bitch. But to be clear, I believe everything she's saying. They were on a reality show together, and it was very clear to me based on a reality show that he was abusive. Like, that was very obvious to me. The way he talked, the way, like, it was a lot of things. And I also feel like they edited a lot out to protect him. But Apollo was one of the men on that show that I was like, yeah, nah. Him and Fat Boy and I think maybe Jock, they were all on like a dating show together. Not a dating show, but a relationship show. I think that was the one with AJ Johnson. Because y'all know AJ be out here trying to help y'all get it together. But yeah, I remember. So I agree everything that I agree. I believe her. However, Apollo denied the validity of the settlement agreement, telling In Touch. Hold up, let me see. The filing includes an alleged settlement agreement in which both parties agreed to live in the marital home free from all interference and control by the other until they each find suitable housing and agree on the division of assets. The agreement also states that Apollo has waived his right to spousal support. However, Apollo denied the validity of the settlement agreement, telling In Touch, I did not agree to anything. We'll have our day in court. A lot of that language is false. This divorce filing follows a March 24th incident where Apollo was arrested for allegedly getting physical with Shireen. Well, you wanted him, girl. You wanted him. You was willing to been around the world at night. I can't find my nigga. I don't know when. I don't know why. Okay. Yes, marriage boot camp. Thank you. Was it? No, it was couples retreat. It was couples retreat, which y'all know ain't nothing but a reboot of marriage boot camp. But yeah, no, I perfectly believe it. But I also like I feel bad for people when they are harmed and they're not doing any harming, meaning that girl wasn't like beating your ass, so you beating her ass. No, I don't think that's okay. I think people need to understand that two things can be true. A person is still acting in a bad way, even if the person that they're acting a bad way to is at fault in some way. It still doesn't reflect well on Apollo that he handled her that way. But to me, I feel like y'all watch men online, y'all watch them have abusive dynamics with their wives on reality TV shows, sweet tea. Y'all see them and you think that the woman is in the wrong in some way and she's fucking, loving, cooking, being a wife in the wrong way, and you can do it better based on how you see him on television. So you then throw your coochie at him in DMs. He picks up the phone. Now y'all are in a marriage, and whatever he was doing with the previous wife, he's doing it to you because he's the same person and you are stupid. You're stupid. Y'all watch these men treat other women disrespectfully, and you just put it in your mind that that's not a reflection of him. It's a reflection of her. And I want you to understand that whenever a man is acting out of character or you feel like exhibiting bad behavior, that is about who he is. It is not always, oh, it's because she was doing this. It's because she's like this. No. She might be crazy, but if he wasn't also crazy, he wouldn't even be here in this situation. I don't care what nobody's talking about. So to me, you signed up for that abuse. Does it make it okay? No. So do I necessarily feel bad for you? Not really. Do I hope you are able to get out of that situation in as fair of a situation as possible? Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, girl, and thinking that y'all about to come on Married to Medicine to make Phaedra jealous. Girl, get the fuck out of here. If I was Phaedra, I would have showed up without I probably would have brought somebody to be with me just to have like the balance of it all and to feel like somebody was there on my side for sure. But I don't feel like that's the nigga she brought because it seems like he got some type of friendship with Apollo. So that was weird. I would want to be with somebody that was going to be there and be there for me. Like if I need backup, they was going to be my backup. But I would never show up so that I can prove something to those two people when I know who he is and I know what he's done. So I'm not jealous and you're not going to make me jealous because why the fuck would I be jealous of being with a disrespectful, whoring, lying, abusive man? who I already was with, left and filed divorce from. Oh yeah, I didn't want him anymore. He still wanted me. I didn't want him anymore. And even if that wasn't the case, we're not together and I don't want us to be together. So why the fuck would I be jealous about some trash I threw out? So I would have wanted her to handle, you know what I'm saying? I would have wanted her to handle her shit without ever, you know what I'm saying, playing herself by needing to bring some man that she couldn't really trust in order to prove that, oh, girl, you got to prove nothing to these two. They already out here looking stupid. You ain't got to prove nothing. But I remember how Shireen was trying to make a name for herself on the internet, begging to be with that fucking man, girl. Anyway, speaking of y'all that be begging to be with these niggas. So y'all know yesterday we talked about LiAngelo Ball. Apparently he was coming out the courthouse with his girlfriend or maybe his wife, Rashida Nicole, days after ex-girlfriend drama with Nicki Maduris. Yeah, they both wearing white. It looked like they might have got paperwork from the courthouse. Somebody said, I wish y'all would stop making it about age and what she did. That man's father spoke highly of her and even loved her as his own. Men don't need a reason to cheat or step out. He's corny as hell and light-skinned. Miss Nikki is a boss and will elevate from this situation. Now he light-skinned. That's that girl, man. Now get over it. At least he didn't stay and kept cheating. I'd rather Ninja leave me than to lie to me and stress me out. I don't care if my babies are young. I'd rather do it now than later. Y'all mad because he didn't want to live a double life anymore? No, sweetie. You're misunderstanding. People are upset because this is fucked up. It's fucked up. Like, I don't care how you slice it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You was laying up, impregnating that woman, being with her. And then 2 months after she had your baby, you going down to the courthouse with another woman. I don't know if they got married, but they went down to the courthouse and they both dressed in white. So I'm going to just say that I feel like, and then he got plats. This is a disrespectful nigga. Like this is a nigga that only going to be nice to you while you're doing what he wants you to do. As soon as y'all have discourse, he probably going to disrespect you and play you out just like he did Miss Nikki. Wow. Just an update, girl. Just an update. Oh, girl, so much going on. Speaking of other people, let's go here right quick. So I didn't want to talk about this because I was tired of talking about these people, but Clarissa Shields repos her ex's truck and hands it over to Papoose. So play dumb games, you win stupid prizes. Best friend repoed that ass. That's my GW, my goat, my woman girl. I don't know. Okay. So she wearing a t-shirt of a cell phone photo of her and Papoose. That's too much to go through. That's too much to go through. Like, and not even a good photo. Like, I would have used a professional photo to put on a t-shirt. You don't just use a cell phone picture to put on no t-shirt, bitch. That's you exerting yourself way too much. But your old man went and found the ex-boyfriend who got repoed, okay, when it found a Remy Ma t-shirt and wore that. Y'all some real petty, immature people around here. First of all, why did you even buy him a truck in the first place? Why was you buying your boyfriend a truck? So you bought your boyfriend a truck. Now you repoing it and giving to your new boyfriend. And y'all remember how I told y'all that I felt like Papoose was a nice little opportunist and he had found him another woman coattails to ride? And some of y'all was like trying to give me friction on that. And I'm just like, but you gonna take the call that she had for another nigga? I don't know. I would have traded that whole in for something else. I would have drove around in that bitch before. Girl, why are you giving men cars? This one of them situations when she don't know she the prize. Like they act like they think they the prize, but then they do shit that make you feel like, girl, you don't know you the prize. You don't know you the prize. Why is you buying your boyfriend a car? To be very clear, I would buy my husband a car. Yeah, I probably, if I had the money like that, I would buy my husband a car. But we married. So whatever I get for you is for me. Okay? And vice versa. Okay? Because every time we go somewhere, guess who's driving my Jeep? Him. Okay? Yeah. This look dumb. This look dumb to me. To me, it's like a lot of, ooh, let's rub it in everybody's face, but y'all look stupid. To me, it's weak for you to be giving him a car that you gave another man. It's also weak for you to even be buying cars for these niggas. You ain't know how long you known Papoose in order for you to be giving him a car with your name on it. Like y'all just be giving niggas opportunities to fuck up y'all credit. Just all over the place, giving niggas opportunities to fuck up your credit. Girl, if that's what you want to do, girl. You know how when you say they lame, because you could look at them and see they lame, and then they start showcasing how they lame? That's what this is giving. So let's move on. NBA star Anthony Edwards, and y'all, I have read nothing about this story, but I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna come to my people with that. So this is my first reaction to this shit. Okay, I don't know these people. He looked familiar. I have no idea what's going on. She looked like an Instagram baddie. Let's get into it. Okay. NBA star Anthony Edwards and his ex Aisha Howard are locked in a heated court battle over their newborn daughter, Aubrey Summers Howard. Now Aisha is speaking up and she's coming with receipts. Why are y'all in a court battle over her newborn daughter? Why would you ever be in a court battle over her newborn? In Touch reports that Aisha submitted alleged text from Anthony where he told her to get the abortion and made it clear he wanted no involvement. When she refused, he allegedly responded that their daughter would be without a father and laughed it off. She added, Anthony's behavior towards me is a part of a disturbing pattern of neglect and irresponsibility, particularly in his role as a father. He has fathered multiple children with different women in a short period of time and has been involved in serious scandals. Despite being blocked and receiving no support during her pregnancy, Aisha pushed forward with choosing to stand by her child no matter what. She's now fighting for full custody and child support in California, while Anthony wants the case in Georgia, accusing her of playing the system. I think it's smart to go wherever you're gonna make the best bet. But I also feel like I'm not mad at women that get pregnant and then want to keep their babies. I'm more so mad at men that don't want babies and don't wear condoms or don't get vasectomies. I have more of an issue with that because y'all go around getting everybody pregnant and then it's all, go get an boy. What? First of all, that procedure is extremely traumatic. And the way you just flippantly throw it out there, oh, the child not gonna have a father. Big fucking whoop. Big whoop. It's a whole bunch of the girls out here that grew up without a father. They all right. Aisha isn't backing down, calling out his lack of accountability and refusal to take an official DNA test. Meanwhile, the internet debates, why is it always she should have gotten rid of it instead of he should have taken responsibility from the start? When do we start holding men accountable for prevention too? Great conversation. Would she have had the baby if he was broke? That's a good question. But I would probably say she probably would have, because a whole bunch of broke bitches have babies for broke niggas. Y'all, most of the country is made up of poor people having these exact same scenarios take place. This is like, I know everybody, of course, I know y'all. I know they're the gimme girls. They're the ain't shit women out there that use their coochie as pocketbooks, even though technically the world makes your coochie a pocketbook. But yeah, okay. I understand, y'all. But at the end of the day, if I am a woman and I get pregnant and I don't want to have a traumatic experience of getting rid of the child and I want to keep it, guess what? You shouldn't have left your sperm in my body, stupid ass nigga. That's how I feel. It seems like you like to repeatedly go around having unprotected sex with women and then just leaving them to pick up the pieces of whatever reckless behavior that you're engaging in, because this is reckless behavior on his account. He's the one with multiple children by all of these different women at 23, 24 years old. Where's the dick responsibility? Was your dick with you the whole time? If you don't want a baddie getting pregnant by you just so she could get taken care of by a baller, how about you go get a vasectomy? How about you wear a condom? Diddy was calling his assistant like, I need a plan B pill. So what's wrong with you? Niggas know what to do when they don't want to have babies. So what's wrong with you? He said, I'm not trying to learn, obviously, but learning might actually help you move differently so you don't keep revisiting the same situations, if that makes sense to you. Okay, LOL. This how stupid they be. This how stupid they be. Okay, LOL. Get the abortion, LOL. Oh, fuck this nigga. Fuck this nigga. I hope she gets whatever she can get from him. Like, and I also feel like, you know, y'all don't understand real accountability, because if I'm choosing to go through the pregnancy, almost die in childbirth, and then I'm willing to raise this baby and take care of it, and the least you can do is pay child support, shut up and pay the fucking child support. You obviously don't care. So just pay the child support. Pay the child support. Yeah, of course. They don't care because it's not their body. It's not they like. Pay the child support. I don't care. I hope she wins. I hope she wins. Maybe you will move differently, you fucking dodo bird. I don't even like his energy. I don't like his energy at all. I feel like going in on her for even fucking with him. But I know how them niggas like to act like they got sense when they trying to fuck somebody. Oh yes. Oh yes. They act like they got sense when they trying to fuck somebody. Fuck them, and now all of a sudden you dumb, deaf, and stupid and don't know how this work. Okay. Yeah, to me, you want to be able to be reckless and put all of the accountability and responsibility on the woman so that you don't have to pay child support. Yeah, no. If she can afford to fight him in court, get your motherfucking money. Because his part came in when he went in her without a condom. As soon as you left your sperm inside her body, it was then up to her discretion what happened to it. I need y'all to think about a coochie like a house. If somebody comes to your house and leaves something in your house, legally, it's in your house. You could probably do whatever the fuck you want to do to it. It doesn't matter if it's somebody else's. They brought it to your house and left it in your house. Legally, that is seen as a gift. I can do whatever I want to do with a gift. I can keep it. I can give it up. I can destroy it. I can do whatever I want to do. You left it here. If you don't want people to bake a baby in their body with your sperm, don't leave your sperm in their body. It's very simple. It's very simple. Very, very simple. Her responsibility is taking care of the baby. She said she gonna take care of the baby. Then I don't know what we talking about. Nigga financially provide. Just like your sperm provided the fertilizer, your money needs to provide for the baby as well. It's not hard. Anyway, y'all, let's move on. I saw some discourse about this in my Discord, okay? And I wanted to talk about it because, like, okay, so on a grand scale, I totally understand what it has been like for us as Black people to watch better actresses be replaced by light-skinned actresses, okay? We've all seen it. We saw it with Aunt Viv, okay? Aunt Viv had full-on storylines before they replaced her with the other lady, okay? And that's no disrespect to that lady because she's a well-known theater actress and was in the scene back then as well. So it's no disrespect to her. But this is a decision that was made by the corporation behind the show. You got to know that. You got to know whoever made that decision from a corporate standpoint. It was almost like putting a light-skinned Aunt Viv in there meant that she no longer needed to talk, low-key. Barely had real storylines in comparison to the previous years with the dark-skinned Aunt Viv. Then My Wife and Kids. All of a sudden, Claire turns into a ditz. Did y'all notice that? On the first season, when Claire was the dark-skinned girl, she was smart. She was not dumb. Then, when they change her to Freeman, Jennifer Freeman, she becomes a ditz. Now she light-skinned. Not, you know what I mean? So please understand how even though they will replace or put a light-skinned actress into a role, sometimes it doesn't make the light-skinned actress look good either. It makes her look like she was put in a spot to replace a black person when that's really not up to her. It also makes it seem as if she's stupid and lacking in talent because now you can be lazy about your writing with her character. That happens repeatedly, right? So I do understand why we feel the way we feel when we see stuff like this, but I also feel like it's weird for y'all to be mad at actresses for vying for jobs and then getting those jobs. Apparently, y'all was mad about Children of Blood and Bone. Y'all was mad about a previous role she had. Let me read what it say. In a lengthy TikTok video, the Hunger Games star addressed the backlash she continues to face, making it clear that she understands how colorism operates in Hollywood and tries to be mindful of it when auditioning for roles. Stenberg revealed that she's facing this criticism yet again after being cast in the upcoming fantasy film Children of Blood and Bone, where she stars alongside Snowfall actor Damson Idris and the Woman King actress Thuso Mbedu, who I love. The 26-year-old explained that she did her research before accepting the role. She pointed out that her character, Amari, is described in the novel as having a complexion similar to hers. Stenberg also emphasized that Children of Blood and Bone author Tommy Adeyemi supported her casting. Furthermore, she highlighted that the story itself serves as an allegory for colorism and oppression, and her character's lighter skin tone plays a role in that narrative. So apparently y'all have been complaining about the roles that she took. She becomes more mindful and picks a role that her light skin is actually being used as a statement about what everybody's upset about. And y'all still upset?
Take this moment to fully address in video format this perception that exists of me that I steal roles from dark-skinned women. I've spoken about it a lot already, but mostly in print interviews. And the realization that I should have come to a lot more quickly was that nobody's trying to read all that, ever. So I'm hoping that with this, at least a feeling of acknowledgement can be achieved. I've been through a lot of shit, y'all. Like, this year was mostly defined for me, honestly, by contending with what it felt like to receive racist death threats just for existing in the Star Wars universe. And that was a really difficult thing for me to move through. But honestly, it feels so much more painful for me to feel like I'm at odds with my own community. I just want everybody to know that this is important to me. I just want to take this moment to fully address in video format this perception that exists of me that I steal roles from dark-skinned women. I've spoken about it a lot already, but mostly in print interviews. And the realization that I should have come to a lot more quickly was that nobody's trying to read all that, ever. So I saw the casting call come into my inbox for Children of Blood and Bone. I was so motherfucking hype because these stories are so rare to come across. First thing that I did was look up a picture of the character. This was the first thing that I saw on the Wikipedia page. And I said, hold up. I was so excited to see that there was this depiction of this character that I could potentially be perfectly suited for. When I read the novel, I read this story about this kingdom where magical people who are described as having darker skin are oppressed for their magical capabilities, and people who who look more like me are the ruling class and the oppressors. And so I thought to myself, not only do I fit this character description, but my skin tone actually serves the story in supporting the allegory about colorism and oppression. I saw the casting call come into my inbox. I went through the audition process. It was a very challenging one. I flew out to LA for the screen test, and then I waited and waited some more. And I got the phone call that I had booked it, and I flipped out. And then I had the opportunity to meet Tommy, the novelist, for the first time. And we met up for dinner. First off, she's gorgeous and incredible. You would just be shook meeting her, point blank, period. But then she goes, Amandla, I want you to know that when you were a little girl and you were cast as Rue in the Hunger Games, and you had these racist remarks thrown at you because people said that Rue's death wouldn't be as sad because you're a Black girl. That inspired me to write this series so that Black girls like you and Black girls of all shades could have a story written about them. I went through the audition process. It was a very challenging one. I flew out to LA for the screen test. Now, the first time that Amari is described in the book, the way that I interpreted this when I read it was this is an incredibly colorist society.
It says, you must share your beauty regimen with Amari. Mother places a cold hand on my shoulder. Fingers light against my dark copper skin. She lounges in the garden so often she's beginning to look like a farmhand.
That these royals exist in. And Amari's mother is lighter than her, comparatively. I think I read it that way because of language that I kept reading afterwards also, like the girl's copper skin and thick robes scream of noble blood. She's also described as having oak brown skin, and in descriptions of characters with oak brown skin stands out against the darker chestnut and mahogany hues of the villagers. So I felt like I could read myself in that language, but I also felt like what was so beautiful was that this was a story about two girls who were so different from each other. And that difference had isolated them from each other and given them preconceived notions about each other, but they had to overcome that difference in order to love each other. And for the past several months, that's what I found in all of the fan art that I've researched.
Okay, so I think basically what she is saying is that her skin tone works for this character. Okay. I see y'all saying colorism does not work both ways. I feel like you can say colorism doesn't work both ways, but I feel like what I'm gonna say is that just because you're light complected doesn't mean you're not gonna have to deal with negative things because you're light complected. That's what I'm gonna say. Obviously, darker complected people are treated worse on this spectrum because the lighter you are, the closer you are to whiteness. That is obvious. But there's nuance to that when you add that into how light-skinned Black people feel in their communities, being told that they can't play Black people because they're not dark enough. And then also dealing with being Black in a world that doesn't want any Black people, even if you are light like she is. So now you have racist white people coming at you, and then you also have Black people that feel like you're not Black enough. And so where do you fit in? I feel like that's something that we've been dealing with in our society for a long time, which is why people need to, in some ways, I feel like, stop being so obsessed with race and color. Stop being so obsessed with it. Because on some level, the mentality holds you back. You hold yourself back sometimes with some of these mentalities more so than it actually happening in real life, even though it happens in real life. And I don't mean just like about colorism. I'm just talking about in life in general. I think a lot of Black people allow for some of these negative sentiments about Black people to impede their process. Basically, like they tell me I can't do it, so I believe I can't do it. Like I think a lot of young Black men, no matter what, they have this mentality that they're not going to be able to reach a certain level, so why even try? You see what I'm saying? So I think it's important to understand that, yes, people are racist. Things are geared, a lot towards lighter complected people, all of those things. But at the same time, please do not imprison yourself in these mentalities. Do not shortchange yourself because of that shit, because it's not real. It's not real and it's not true. It's not based off of anything that's factual. Nothing about skin tone actually signifies anything of real importance to me. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean you're more beautiful. It doesn't mean you're better. It doesn't mean you're worse. Like, it really doesn't have any real meaning to it, but we assign that. So what I want to say is that I do understand how people feel about a brown skin or a dark skin person being depicted as light skin. And why does it always have to be a light skin girl instead of being somebody who's brown or dark? Like, why do depictions of Black people always have to look a certain way? And I totally understand that mind frame, but I feel like putting that at Amanda Steinberg's feet in this role seems like too much to me. Like, it seems like y'all just want somebody to be angry with, and you've decided to be angry with her. Because the explanation that she's giving is that her skin tone works with the role because she is lighter than the other class of people we're speaking about. So it doesn't matter that she's a little lighter than y'all would have wanted her to be. The point is, she's lighter than the main character, who's dark complected. That's the point here. So to continue to hate her, it feels like y'all just want to be mad. It feels like y'all just want to be mad. Yes, you want to be mad at her, not the white people that cast her. You want to be mad at her. You don't want to be mad at the people that actually make the decision to put her in the role, but you want to be mad at her because she's the face that you see. And I feel like if you're going to go through the trouble of being angry about something that's out of your control, like an actress playing a role, then be mad at the right people if you're going to spend your time being mad. But I don't think it does us any favors to treat each other badly because of a system of bullshit that we live in. You know what I'm saying? And to be clear, all Black people are seen as less than human, even the light-skinned ones. I know y'all like to feel like everybody views light-skinned people in this hierarchy, but as she just explained, she's received death threats from being a Black person in the Marvel world. So that means she's still being treated like less than human. Like, you know, she probably receives the most bullshit about being light-skinned from other Black people. That's just how this usually goes. That's why I feel like, you know, y'all should think a little harder about that when y'all want to be mad at people, because this is a system that people are born into and people use the advantages that they have. I think she's trying to be conscious by even saying all of the things that she's saying. She's explaining that she wanted the role because she liked the book, but that the character actually did display someone that's lighter, you know? But if y'all want to be mad, I think y'all should be mad at the people that make those decisions. If you want to be angry, if you want to spend your time commenting negative things to her, why don't you take the extra second and go look up who made the decision and find where you can send that message to them? Because it's something about, you know, oh, it's a light-skinned bitch, let's be mad at her. It's something about that feels like, is that not what the racists want? For us to all hate and be mad at each other. Is that not what they want? It feels like that's often what they want, girl. Y'all, let's move on. So I did want to, this is what shit is about to get a little upsetty. If you were already upsetty, girl, it's about to get upsetty. And then we're going to get into the DeAndre Sanders of it all, because I want to get into that. But it's about to get a little upsetty because I need for y'all to realize that anything dealing with Twitch is being used as rage bait.
This widow.
Okay? Listen to me. At this point, we have consistently been talking about the same shit with Twitch and Allison and the family. We have been talking about that for what, over a month now, right? We've been dealing with that for over a month now. It's not new information. It's the same information, but for some reason, the mama decides to do an interview, and now we have to deal with this again. I want to hear what the mom has to say in this interview, but I feel like the mom already said it on social media. So why are we now doing an interview about it? And I really want us, you know what I'm saying? It's very antagonizing. So I want y'all to recognize how people are rage baiting you with some of these stories, because these stories get a lot of comments, right? But essentially, can y'all please explain to me, if you are a fan of Twitch, do you really feel like, since finding out that he might have been doing different types of drugs dealing with depression, do you feel like that made him less of a person? Like, do you like him less or something? I really want a real honest assessment of that, because what does denigrating his legacy mean in real life? Not in words, not in images that y'all create in y'all mind, but in real life. If a person is a fan of Twitch, how does this harm that connection, knowing that he might have tried different drugs? Because I don't see it, but let's see.
Well, Allison Holker recently released a book that reveals private details from his journals and details about a, quote, cornucopia of drugs that she says she found in their home after his death. Now, according to the LA Times, Boss's autopsy report revealed there were no drugs, no alcohol was found in his system at the time of his death. Boss's mother, her name is Connie Boss Alexander, told us she's now concerned, very concerned, about how these recent revelations will impact her son's legacy.
Is the issue with you that she shared things that you think should have been private, or is the issue that you don't believe it?
Both.
Both.
I'm not saying that my son was perfect. I do believe he had experiences where he tried this, that, or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't believe that there was that type of issue, that type of problem. And don't get me wrong, I applaud speaking about mental health awareness, because of course there was something going on there at the end that we're not aware of.
Okay.
So I applaud that. And if that was the intent of the book, to make people aware, look out for these type of signs, there's a way to say that in general without denigrating the memory and the legacy that he built, and that's there for his children. You know, there's now this question in the air when his name comes up. And that bothered me.
You do feel his memory has been denigrated?
I do.
So what was the question? What is the question now that's in the air? Because I feel like before Allison told the story, it was a question in the air because he unalived himself. So it was kind of like, why did that happen? That was the question. The question was always, why did this happen? Like, that was the question. Now you think we're asking, was he a drug addict or something?
His widow, Allison Holker, recently released.
And listen, Mama is cute. I love her hair and I love her glasses. But I'm like, if you really don't want a certain story out there about your son, why would you then put that story back in the news cycle by doing an interview with Gayle King? I need to understand. If the idea is to protect his image, why are we talking about this again in an interview with Gayle King? I would then have to think back to when Allison said that Twitch made his mom sign an NDA at some point. Because why are you doing an interview talking about it and then you're mad that she did a book about it? To me, you're just doing the same thing. You're just doing the same thing. We already know that you weren't happy with what she said because you posted about it on Instagram. Why did you need to come to us in a Gayle King interview? What are we supposed to do about it? As much as people didn't like it, it's not illegal for somebody to write a book. Allison did the interview, why can't his mom? Because the mom said that the subject matter is denigrating her son. So why are you bringing it up again? Further, right? Further pushing that line of thinking that something, was amiss. Like, if you really care about his image, you should just want this to go away. If you really cared about his image, why are you going to get up there and tell us again about how, yeah, my son did some drugs and stuff like that, but I don't think it's the way she making it seem. No, his mom did post. His mom did post a message basically saying that she did not agree with the book and she didn't like the way it was making basically the same shit she said in this interview. She did post a message that was on Instagram because I read it. His mom absolutely already said she had an issue with this. I am telling y'all that doing another interview is only putting the Twitch was on drugs story back into the news cycle when it was trying to die down. If we weren't talking about Twitch this week, now we're talking about Twitch again, but in the same capacity. So my point is that if you care so much about his image, why are you continuing to talk about the story you believe is a lie that further tarnishes said image? Because to me, I feel like she didn't even say anything that disputed what Allison said. Do I believe he did some things? Yes. Okay, then what are we talking about? Allison never said he OD'd. She said she found buku drugs. And the mama was like, do I believe he used drugs from time to time? Yeah. Okay, so what are we talking about? What are we talking about? To me, this is just, if you're going to be mad at Allison, this is my point. I'm not mad at Allison because I don't give a shit about what somebody do, tell a story about their relationship, their husband. That's their business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not mad about that. I just can't be. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. It's not even that big of a deal to me. Twitch unalived himself. It would make sense that he would have depression and probably deal with drugs. He's in the entertainment industry. Like, that's a normal occurrence. That's not that hard to believe. And it's not that huge of a story. Okay? In itself. It happens every day, B. Child, I just finished the Marvin Gaye story situation, and it was a similar situation. Men be dealing with shame and guilt about who they are in one way or another, and they do drugs. They do drugs to party, then they do drugs to numb themselves. And then they get depressed because they feel like they're not doing as good as they should be doing. And all of that shit kind of, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, if you're going to act like Allison is exploitive, that's fine. But I need you to peep. Why is the mom doing the interview with Gayle King to talk about the same shit? That's also another thing. It is easier to blame his wife than to deal with the fact that your son unalived himself, because on some level, I understand that it's her son. I'm not confused about that. Again, why are you doing an interview with Gayle King about it? What is that going to do? What is that going to do? I'm just curious. Besides, put it back into the news cycle that this is his story. Like, the more y'all talk about it, the more steam you give the story, is my point. So if I really don't want my son to be known like this, I'm not about to keep speaking on it. I'm not about to keep speaking. I'm going to let it die down because I know who my son was, right? So I don't... Okay? All I'm saying is, if you're going to be mad at his wife for exploiting his story, then you should also be looking at the mama right now like, ma'am, what did you need to go talk to Gayle King about that for? What did you need to go to Gayle King for? Exactly. What you feed will grow. That's just my opinion on it. You know, we could disagree, y'all, but I just feel like let it be done. Let it be over and done with. No, let me get up here and cry again about how the image. Girl, you're not making the image look any better by continuing to talk about this. Let it fade off. Let it fade off, mama. It's okay. Your son did a little drugs here and there. It's all right. It's okay. You know? But, you know, let's move on. So it's been a lot of mess on the internet. Y'all, why this live so long? It's been a lot of mess on the internet this week dealing with DeAndre Sanders accusing Jacquees and Dej Loaf of pretending to be in a relationship to sell their album. And it's like, I don't think she knows that we know that Dej Loaf is gay. People gotta fake a relationship to sell albums. Stop asking me why I'm not around. I'm not allowed to be around them because Dej would feel uncomfortable if his fiance there. As I said before, y'all got it. Y'all won. Hope y'all little album sell most y'all done ever sold. Okay, girl. Yes, the difference between sell and sale, tearing her ass up. Absolutely. Let me see. Okay, no, that's not it. Hold up. Here you go. I hate the way Jasmine Brand puts the post at the bottom now. And this is Dej Loaf with a message, okay? Because Jacquees, I feel like has low-key been ignoring it. He posted a picture of their baby together, but he been low-key ignoring her with this. Dej said, I am the T. The T is T. Doing press versus being pressed. Okay, listen, her outfit cute. Come on, bell bottoms. Deandra Sanders, beautiful woman. People, she said that already. Okay. You're welcome for the free promo. Sanders' name gonna do it every time. Girl, what? Are you mad for real, or are you trying to help him sell his album, girl? Which one is it? Which one is it, my girl? I'm so confusion right now. I never understand. Girl, Dej Loaf is gay. Isn't Dej Loaf gay? Why you acting like them people over there like cheating and all of that, girl? I don't know. But to me, if he telling you that Dej don't want you at the studio, he lying. He don't want you at the studio. He probably at the studio at these events with another woman, and it's not even Dej, but he putting it on her because I guess that's the easiest thing to do. See, look, I would bring you. But see, Dej, the way she feel about it, and she the other artist, so like, I gotta make this money. You know what I mean? Girl, that nigga lying to you. That nigga is lying to you. Let's see.
And yet again, another world of trouble. I'm not surprised. So his baby mama, Deiondra, or his fiance, Deiondra, she's a little upset right now. He has a project currently coming out with Dej Loaf. It's by the name of Fuck a Friend Zone 2, part 2. This is the second part, okay? Which means they've been down this road before, but Deiondra wasn't a part of it, right? So now they're taking these pictures together. They got these racy photos and videos. And she's starting to feel some kind of way on social media and says, people got to fake relationships to sell albums. Stop asking me why I'm not around. I'm not allowed to be around them because Dej would feel uncomfortable if his fiance is there. As I said before, y'all won. Hope your little album sells the most they've ever done. So
you got to go.
And yet again, another world of trouble. I'm not surprised.
So apparently Golden Rose is his mom, and she posted this and said, dummy. Girl, what type of mama? I'm just saying, y'all, like, don't do that. Mamas, try to stay out this mess. Deandra's response to Rosie calling her a dummy. Miss Rosie better stop playing with me. Nobody off limits now. Now go be with your husband and keep stealing and hiding your son money. Oh, Lord. Not the family. Now running dummy that, ma'am. Oh, Lord. Not running dummy that. Yes, you're welcome for having your son on my daddy show. Come on now. They respected him and welcomed him with class. Unlike y'all got the right one today. Okay? This is so out of character for me. That's what the mama said. Girl, is it out of character? Why you online calling that girl a dummy? Like you her age. This is so out of character for me. I know way too much for her to be coming at me. This is crazy. No, girl. And yet I still tried to keep life beautiful. Damn. You just thought you were going to run stuff. No, ma'am. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is a whole bunch of messy shit. And it might be all for play. It might be for all play. Y'all want us to care because they got music coming out. I don't like the little yodeler Jacquees. So y'all can have that. And as much as I love me a little stem like Dej Loaf, okay, I love a good stem girl. I don't care. But y'all on the internet playing a fight, girl. Go to hell with this. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the mama getting involved, girl. That's what made me think it was real and not just a game for y'all to come to us with the bullshit. But I'm still looking at the mama like, why are you on the internet? I often feel like if you are of a certain age, don't get on the internet arguing with no young ass girl. Like that would be, if I'm a 45, 50-year-old woman, I'm not getting on the internet arguing with no fucking 20-year-old about no nigga shit. Son, handle your business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Not about to get on the online calling that girl no goddamn dummy. Anyway, Marlon Wayans and Soulja Boy had a few words on X last night after the rapper shared his thoughts on the actor and comedian. Marlon Wayans, you a bitch. And you not funny. Shut up, nigga. Keep selling your soul and sucking the higher up dicks. Says the coon that jumped over the moon. Wow. You molested little boy. You go sit your little ass down on some uncle lap and shut the fuck up. Oh wow, this is wild. This is just highly disrespectful. Let's continue. Where is the rest? Here's the rest. Marlon Wayans claps back. I'm sorry, Soulja Boy said, what now? Looking like you give up anything for some meth? Hey, Soulja Boy, in the immortal words of Nas, a real legend in hip hop, you've been on my dick. You love my style.
You try to talk about me because you think I perform for the president. Meanwhile, nigga, you dressed up like a whole white on my mom.
Meanwhile.
No.
So wait, put me in a new movie, big bro. Oh, so this must have been Soulja Boy in Marlon's DMs all the way in October 2024. Put me in a movie, big bro. And, oh wow, that's wild.
Man, can you ignore the direction the Crenshaw, man? Boy, you better get your crusty behind.
This is Soulja Boy, crackhead ass begging to be in my movie. This shit light work, man. Oh my God. I respect how Soulja Boy retired after them 2 songs. Shaking my head. So sad, JoJo. Hey, Soulja Boy, you a grown man and still use the word boy in your name. That's what they were calling you at that event, huh? Hey there, boy. Can you do a dance for me? I'll throw you a meme coin. What? Fuck out of here, slapping.
As a matter of fact, now I really got some to say.
What you gotta say, Soulja Boy?
Nigga, you try to talk about me because you think I perform for the president. Meanwhile, nigga, you dressed up like a whole white on my mom.
You know that was your favorite movie, nigga.
With blonde wig, blonde hair.
And you know you watched that movie about a million times. Stop playing. All of the niggas loved white chicks.
They probably put a pussy on you. They probably tucked your dick for that movie. On my mom, they probably tucked your dick for that movie. Painted you white.
Actually, they took Sean's dick on Scary Movie. I'm still not over it. I've been traumatized my whole life from that one moment where Sean had his dick tucked and was like, son, in or out, and they showed it and it was actually his dick tuck.
And you got something to say about me because you think I perform for the president. I ain't even perform for that. I performed at a crypto event where y'all don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about.
It was a Trump crypto event though. It was a Trump crypto event though, son. Let me see what else happened. Okay, so let me read what Jasmine Brand said. I'm sorry. Soulja Boy still going at it. Him and Marlon still going at it, trading insults and receipts. It all started when Soulja Boy called out Marlon's comedy, tweeting, Marlon, you's a bitch. You not funny. Okay, we covered all of that. Y'all remember that picture.
Nigga, you try to talk about me because you.
Hey, bitch, nigga, Marlon Wayne, this ain't you in my DM? Oh, you was asking for him to post your shit. Oh, that's from when you was semi-relevant before you was dead. Oh, wow. You still asked him. Marlon. Seems like 2 bitch ass niggas arguing in on Twitter. That's what it seemed like to me. I feel like this is 2. Count them. 1, 2 bitch ass niggas arguing in the comments. Cause let me tell y'all something. I ain't never that far on Marlon's side. Y'all know I don't really fuck with Marlon like that. That nigga crazy to me. I don't fuck with him like that. He be out here saying shit like he was a Kevin Samuels fan, all that shit. I don't really fuck that nigga be out here saying some crazy shit. I don't fuck with him like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to fuck with him way more than I do now. Okay. But that's his business. That's it. I feel like Marlon, is one of the men that, really hate women. Like that's how he be coming off sometimes. The way he talk about women, the way he's talked about his past relationships, I don't really trust him. Okay. And let me see. Lastly, y'all, I want to get into some Jay-Z and some Diddy shit, and then I'm gonna get my ass up out of here. I hope y'all appreciate this long ass live.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Okay, so first of all, Jay-Z and Diddy's case involving that 13-year-old girl has been voluntarily dismissed by attorney Busby against Bad Boy Entertainment. Okay, so Jay-Z must have applied the correct amount of pressure to get this shit went ahead and knocked out the way. Y'all know I didn't want to believe that he did this, but I was never going to 100% say that he didn't because that's just dumb to me. I don't know, okay? But I was looking forward to, come on, Jay-Z, fix this, nigga. Okay. Attorney Tony Busby has voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit alleging that Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs essayed a 13-year-old girl at a 2000 after party. The lawsuit filed in October 2024 accused the two music moguls of assaulting a plaintiff who remained anonymous under the pseudonym Jane Doe. Both Jay-Z and Combs vehemently denied the allegations, with Jay-Z filing a motion to dismiss the case and requesting the plaintiff's identity be revealed. The voluntary dismissal by Busby effectively ends this particular legal action against the defendant. Okay. So that means we ain't gotta worry. Hold on, wait. What did it say? The mainstream media needs to spread this case. Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't think anybody really believed this story like that. Because when the lady did the interview, people was poking holes in her story. Like there were other people that came out and was like, she said she saw us, but we wasn't even in the country at that time. That bitch lying. Like people was poking holes in her story. So I don't even think people really believed it. But because it was tied to Diddy, and because how we know y'all niggas like to get down, y'all was friends, and then you came out here trying to act like y'all wasn't friends like that. And that's a red flag to me. Don't act like that wasn't your buddy, nigga. That was your buddy. That was your friend, nigga. That was your buddy. Don't try to play us out. But at the same time, like a 13-year-old, bro, I would really hope that Jay-Z wouldn't be involved in something that nefarious. Like I said, 16, 17, sure. 13, too much. It's way too much. Okay. So I felt like it was a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? It was either it happened or it didn't happen. Okay. But again, I still don't put anything past any of these men because I just feel like that would be dumb to put anything past rich, famous men that can basically pay to have things disappear. I watch way too many documentaries and shit after stuff has died down and seen how people handle stuff in order for me to just be out here like, oh, but yeah, she had a lot of inconsistencies in her story. But we know that Jay-Z has done other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's still questioning paternity. But let's see what's going on with Diddy. Glad that case got dismissed. Jay-Z doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. Because y'all wanted him not to, y'all was trying to use that as a reason for why Kendrick shouldn't have performed at the Super Bowl. Like, oh, look, Jay-Z out here bad. What you gonna do, Roger Goodell? Roger Goodell was like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. The lawyers are handling it. And you know why? Because most of those men probably have cases against them. And it's not common practice to basically try to throw your business partners or people that hold stock in a company, just throw them out off allegations, because most of them niggas probably have allegations. So let's move on. Diddy has reportedly filed a $100 million defamation lawsuit against NBC Universal and production company Ample for claims made about the mogul in the Making of Bad Boy documentary. According to a suit obtained by Page Six, Diddy's attorney claims that the documentary alleges the mogul has committed numerous heinous crimes, including serial murder, of minors, and sex trafficking of minors, and attars to crudely psychologize him. Okay, girl. The complaint highlights each of the allegations, including the insinuation that Diddy took part in the death of Kim Porter. Combs' lawyer argued that the documentary accused Diddy of murdering the love of his life and a mother to his children, despite Porter's cause of death being officially reported as pneumonia. Well, I mean, y'all not being real. Y'all know people think y'all like to stick needles in people and cause them to have these health issues or strokes or heart attack. Everybody knows that there are things that a person can get a shot of that will have some of the same responses, but anyway, but I'm with you on that. Okay. Other claims named in the suit are LB Shore's allegations of his health issues being linked to Diddy and more. Diddy's lawyers accuse NBC of grossly exploiting the trust of the audience and racing to outdo their competition for the most salacious Diddy expose and maliciously and recklessly broadcasting outrageous lies in the documentary. Okay, so here's the thing. Legally, go ahead, Diddy. If you can prove this, if you can prove that they lied on you for real, go ahead. Because as a journalist, I don't think people should report things as fact if they're not really sure. You can have an opinion. That's why I give commentary, because my commentary is my opinion. But when I read you the story, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So I'm going to think, it's alleged. We talk about that all the time. So essentially, if a reporter reports something that they know that they can't prove as fact, I feel like that you're leaving yourself liable to be sued. So if that's what they did, then go ahead and sue them. But I feel like NBC probably would be smarter than that, you would hope. And anything put in that documentary, they would have been able to fact check or say it in a way that does not leave them legally liable before they released it. We'll see. Because we see how people like to push shit out. Okay. But yeah, I'm one of the people that, okay, if you can prove that they lied on you, go ahead. I'm trying to understand how he still got money for all these lawyers' fees, because every time you turn around, it's another lawsuit that he has to defend himself against. But another thing is that a lot of the things that they said in the documentary that he alleges is a lie are things that the FBI are also accusing him of. Like the FBI accusing him of that shit too. Y'all, I don't know. I do not know what is going to happen in the Diddydom of it all. But I do feel like we're not about to act like it hasn't been years and years of Diddy mistreating people and assaulting people. We're not going to do that. And I'm really tired of y'all on the internet acting like because the FBI has not shown y'all their entire case via Instagram blog that there is no truth to the allegations and the charges against him. All of that. Y'all need to free Diddy shit. Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what he really did. You have no idea. You didn't collect the evidence. You're not a part of the case. You get what's being reported to the news, to the AP, what's being put out for people to see. You don't know what really happened. Shut up. I'm just sorry, y'all. But even before all of this came out, I've been telling y'all that something was wrong with that nigga and that they were going to be having a surviving Diddy documentary at some point. Now they got so many, they can't even keep track. And I honestly feel like everybody needs to sit down and calm the fuck down until y'all have new information. Stop coming to us with the shit that people could surmise from watching me. And a lot of these documentaries that they're doing about him is all shit I've already talked to y'all about. Okay? But let's go ahead and read what they said about Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons will not face charges related to an alleged sexual assault by Jane Doe. Jane Doe filed a lawsuit against Russell Simmons accusing him of sexual harassment and assault. She brought the case to a federal court claiming that the court had jurisdiction because she and Simmons lived in different states. She in California and he in New York. However, Simmons argued that he is not actually a resident of any U.S. state because he lives in Indonesia, making him stateless for legal purposes. Because federal courts require both parties to be residents of different states for this type of case, the judge ruled that the court did not have the authority to hear the lawsuit. As a result, the judge granted Simmons' request to dismiss the case on this technical legal basis. So, okay, this is what I'm going to need for y'all to understand. When y'all report on this story later, please do not use this story as a way to say that this proves Russell Simmons didn't do shit, because all this says is because he was very smart about moving to Indonesia, because he is no longer a citizen of the states like that, he really can't be held culpable. And to me, that should let you know he guilty, because why the fuck you running like that? Why you running like that if you ain't do it? Why you moving like that if you didn't do it? To me, like you are a rich man who had access. You ran like you knew they was about to catch you up because you did the shit that they said you did. Not because, oh, I can't fight these people, so let me run and get out of Dodge. Like, no, I absolutely feel like you did what a lot of them girls said that you did, and you removing yourself from the States is a signifier that you know exactly what you did to them girls. In my opinion, because like, why are you moving around like this? But this doesn't prove that he didn't do it just because the case got dismissed. And I'm bringing that up because I feel like there are so many times when we have conversations about men who have a pattern of behavior of being predators, and somebody says, oh, well, that case got thrown out. And it's like, but does that mean that it didn't happen? Or does that mean based on some technicality or some legalese, there's nothing the court system can actually do? Let's be real. Let's be real. I gotta watch that documentary on Russell because I never saw it. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed the live today. I hope I gave y'all something. All right, let me read these super chats. Go ahead, Talia. Thank you for the super chat. Shaking my tatas like Saucy Santana about this BALI trip. Okay. Bow, 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 bow. Amanda from Ghana. Come back, lady. Yes. Dina Dean, thank you for the super chat. The seg, speaking of using your coochie like a dish rag. What? Thank you. Y'all know I be saying shit and don't even remember what I be saying. Salwada Zora, thank you for the super chat. Folks love to take out their colorism trauma on the wrong people. Folks never have this energy for these vile colorists. And then when I talk about them, motherfuckers try to act like I'm colorist. Girl, what? Lovely lady Les, thank you so much for the super chat, Bondi. Thank you for the long lives today. We appreciate you, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Gypsy Bell, thank you so much for becoming a member. Yes, let's do it one more time. Okay, you know I gotta shake them titties like Saucy Santana. Okay, shake the tetas like Saucy Santana. Summer D, thank you for the super chat. Whenever you go live, I'm grateful. Oh, thank you, girl. Whenever y'all come through with the love, I'm grateful. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Anyway, I love y'all, and I gotta go get me some crawfish. So I'll talk to y'all later.